Trying to make you feel good. Baby, I'm just trying to show you real love. Open up your heart so you can feel good. Let a real one show you real love. Real love. I know you in pain. You been messing with these dum-dums, yeah, these lames. So me and them jokers, we ain't the same. I got the type of love to make you wanna change your last name. Baby, I'm better than them dudes. I know you don't trust me, and it's cool. Give me some time and I'll show you. Even though your heart broke, I'm trying to heal your wounds so you can feel good. Baby, I'm just trying to show you real love. Open up your heart so you can feel good. Let a real one show you real love. Real love. Baby, I got what you need. Open up your eyes and see there's no other man like me. Give it time and wait and see. Wait a minute, I'm just trying to show you that I'm different. I know you're hard line, but I got the key to get it. And if you open up, baby girl, I can fix it. I wanna be the one for you. Baby, I'm better, not them dudes. No, you don't trust me, and it's cool. Give me some time and I'll show you. Even though your heart broke, I'm trying to heal your wounds so you can feel good. Baby, I'm just trying to show you real love. Open up your heart so you can feel good. Let a real one show you real love. Real love. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? Ay. Don't it feel good to find love? Don't it feel good? Ay. Don't it feel good to find love? Don't it feel good? Ay. Don't it feel
Bait fam. First and foremost, man, glory to God. Thank you for waking us up. Thank you for giving us another opportunity to do what we love to do. Lord, I ask that you bless this dream. Bless my brothers who will be joining me today to help empower and help motivate and help encourage up and coming YouTubers who want to do what we do on a regular basis. Father God, I ask that you provide healing, peace of mind, and encouragement, and wisdom and strength to know that anything is possible as long as they got you in their heart. We give you the honor, we give you the glory, we give you the praise. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. What is up? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How are we doing today? How are we doing today, man? Welcome. Broski should be joining in a little bit. Should have a real great show today. Yes, a real great show today. Who we got in the building though? We got a packed house already. Shout out to God for packing up the house, man. We got King Dark in the building. King Dark is in the building. Not that one. We don't want that one. That's the one we want. We don't want that. Cole is in the building. Yes. You already know who's in the building.
Another one.
You know who's in the building. You know who's in the building. You know who's in the building. Give him 2. Give him 3.
Bang, bang.
Demons in the building as always. Shout out to I'm Boss, LDG Gang. Yes, LDG Gang. We got Vince in the building, man.
Another one.
Vince is in the building today, man. Best of the NBA. Welcome, man. I love your account. I hope one day I will reach your level. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. You at the right stream today. You're at the right stream today. This is the stream you want to get into. West is in the building. Oh, yeah. J-Mac and J-Mac join the Discord. I'm about to open it up and get in the Discord in a sec. 2K Mechanic is already there. Shout out to my boy Ralph. Ralph is in the building today. We got Ralph in the building, man. Yes. We got our brothers J-Mac and 2K Mechanic is in the building today. Is in the building today. And then Tatted Brinny? Is that Tatted Brinny? Shout out to Tatted Brinny in the building. Oh, shout out to Tatted Brinny. Brinny in the building today. Oh, man, shout out to everybody. We got a pack show. Let me get in the Discord with J-Mac. And this, we want to open up this space for people. First, what we're going to do before we open it up the space for people to join and ask questions, what we want to do is talk about some of our experience, what work, what don't work, what are some things we learned from, right? And then we're going to, give you guys the opportunity to join up, and talk, about any questions, anything you want to know. We're going to be open books. You feel me? And so I want to first give a shout out to these dudes, these brothers, man, who taking time out of their busy schedules to be here today, to help people, to inspire people. Cause I was like, man, this would be dope that we do something with my brothers. You know what I'm saying? To help up and coming people. This is the year. I'm gonna keep it a bean. This is the year. If you want to do YouTube, this literally is the year. And so without further ado, because I'm not gonna be on my soapbox, I want to welcome my brother J-Mac and 2K Mechanic to the building. Oh yeah. Oh,
hello, what's happening, everybody? Coming through?
Yes.
On this Sunday evening.
Sunday. Wait.
Sunday.
Wait, hold on, dog.
Sunday.
Saturday, I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Sunday. All right, I got my mic. I had to take the
I've
good,
been
everybody.
I've been outside working, y'all. My fault.
My dog said Sunday, dog. You skipping days out here, bro. That's how you know you ready.
We trying to get to 24.
Oh, man. First and foremost, man, shout out to you two brothers, man. I appreciate you taking the time to be here today. Before we let the people in who wants to ask questions and learn more, I wanted to give you guys the floor. The first talk about, your experience, like what got you into YouTube, or whatever the case may be. First, how you get into it. Then talk about some setbacks, because I think a lot of people don't think this is work. It's fun. We love what we do. Talk about some of those setbacks. Talk about some of that burnout. Talk about some of our successes. And then we want to, open up the floor for people who want to learn more to come ask questions. Please be respectful too. Don't when we let you in the Discord, please do not act like, 50 questions at a time, one person at a time. We're going to get to your questions. That's why we got the space. That's why we got the time to do this, because we want to help you guys out as much as possible. And if y'all really like something like this, then, we can do something like this ongoing, probably like once a month, where we can actually be helping y'all get your channel right, looking at like your helping you looking at your analytics, helping you, because there's a lot to this. It's a real lot to this. It's more than just putting a video out there and putting a thumbnail out there. It's very strategic, but I'm gonna let my boys get into that. So let's start with J-Mac. J-Mac, what, first and foremost, bro, thank you for being here today.
No problem, man.
What was your reasoning for wanting to start YouTube, to get into this YouTube space and start a YouTube channel?
So, I'm gonna talk like I talk, but at first, the simple explanation or the simple reasoning behind it is simple. It's summed up in 2 words, and those 2 words was "fuck it."
I feel it. I feel it. I feel it.
So that's all I had to say. So where I got to that was, so when I started playing 2K, I'm an old head, but I ain't been playing 2K long. I started playing 2K in 2K19, but I just played my career.
Yeah.
And then 2K20, one of my homegirls, I was still playing 2K19 my career, and I was barely even playing it.
Right.
But one of my homegirls was like, "Mac, you play 2K?" And I was like, yeah, but I played the old one, and she was like, "I need some people to play with on 2K20. These people trash out here. Everybody know the life of running with randoms."
Yeah,
And
we
so
do.
she was like, "They trash out here. I need some. I know you know basketball because we had played in like unilevel league together and stuff." And so I was in the military for the people who don't know. And so I was like, she talked me into it. I bought the game, got online, played it. It was fun.
Mhm.
And when something's fun to me, I can put time in to learn it. So I start going to YouTube to go look for stuff about how to get better at the game. And I got better at the game pretty fast, like to the point where I just started playing online about December of 2K20,
Right.
and I was beating legends by April, May in 2K20, like
Mm.
cooking up with ISO big men. That's why I came up with the ISO big men. Spending hours, like I say, I was going crazy, spending hours in the day into what's it? I can't even think of the name of it now because they ain't got it on next gen, but my court.
Yeah, my
So
court. Yeah, my court.
I got good at the game, and then we always played 3, so we would get somebody to come in, and I was like, they was like, "Man, you good at the game," and then I was able to teach people,
Mhm.
and they was like, "Man, you ever thought about?" First, she asked me, "You ever thought about doing YouTube?" And I was like, "Man, that's weird." And so I didn't know nothing about YouTube. I was old head with that one.
Yeah.
I said, "That's just weird. I ain't doing no YouTube." And so then people who I was playing with were saying, "You should do YouTube. You should do YouTube. You good. You got a good personality for it. You're not mean. You like to teach people and help people." And I was like, "Okay, whatever. I still ain't doing it." And so I was watching my YouTube, my Brutal Sims, my Duke Dennis's and stuff like that.
Right.
I found out Duke Dennis was in the military, so I was like, but he was already at like 1 million subscribers, so I was like, I can't do that shit. And then the person who really got me to make the jump was Yah Man Gaming.
Oh,
Yah
snap.
Man
Okay.
was in the military. I didn't know him. I still don't know him personally,
Right.
but he was in the military. He was only at like 80 or 90,000 subscribers or something like that. And he had said he had bought his house, bought a truck, he was buying his wife's stuff, and it was all from YouTube. And I was like, dang, so if he's doing that at that level, I ain't got to get to where Duke Dennis is.
Right.
All I got to get is to that level, and I'll be able to take care of my family. I got 2 years left in the military. I might as well give it a try.
Right.
Fuck it. So that was literally how I got to bringing that story all the way back around. That's how I ended up getting to that point. And so you said you want me to say something about setbacks?
Not yet. We're gonna get there.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that's how I ended up getting into YouTube right there, man. Just saying, skip it. Let me try to just do this. I got 2 years left in the military. Maybe I could do this full time by the time it comes in there. We'll see what happens. And I'm still here today.
Nice. And you're doing good, my brother. Doing good. And you gonna meet y'all, man. You ain't met him yet. I always say, man.
Yeah, I ain't met him yet.
We ain't met him yet. 2K Meccano, man. Another one of my brothers, man. Appreciate you being here today. Tell the folks about your experience. What got you into this YouTube platform, man?
Yeah, so I actually started a YouTube channel. My very first YouTube channel was a channel for Madden because I was playing Madden heavy.
Okay.
Let's say, probably 2014 to 18? Yeah. So I had a channel called Mutt Mechanic.
Ooh, okay.
Right. So it's probably still on YouTube. I did that for about a year, a little over a year. And that was fun. That was interesting. It was work, but my channel was more aimed at sniping cards, how to, kind of like I do now, no money spent, how you can go in and get cards, how you can build a good team,
right,
how to play, just sharing my insight and stuff like that. And what inspired me to start that channel was, at that time, let's see, because YouTube for me didn't really start popping to like 08, 07, 08 when Modern Warfare came out, right?
Right.
That's when people started doing those montages and stuff like that. But I was in school, so I was more focused on school, so I stopped gaming, and I didn't pick it back up to 2012. But long story short, the people that inspired me to get into it was, you know, you got Jive Turkey 600.
Okay.
Um, I think he's the Black Hokage now. He was called Modern War Negro back then. They did that and they was doing podcasts and stuff like that back then. I was like, okay. So this is kind of up my alley. It's just kind of showing that anybody could start. So then I started looking at, okay, what I gotta learn.
Right.
Can I learn how to edit videos? Okay, that's easy. I did that before in high school. Thumbnails and stuff like that. So, but my first channel kind of got me into it. But then I stopped playing Madden. I retired from that because it was doing too much. And then the people that got me back, my IRL that got me back into Madden competitively, told me to start playing 2K in 17.
Yeah.
So I started playing 2K in 17, and we played for a month. Didn't know nothing about no badges or nothing. Then one of the dudes who was playing with dropped in. He was like, "Yo, why y'all ain't got no badges?" I was like,
Right.
"Badges? What's that?" He was like, "You need badges to play." So we looked at all this stuff on YouTube. We looked at Brute. Brute was one of the first videos I looked at. And then 2K18, 2K19, 2K19. So what happened was I was looking at channels and I was like, man, these dudes are coming with really terrible builds. I'm playing in park. I'm playing with randoms. I'm like, bro, y'all don't like the basics. Because, you know, through my journey, I had to learn the basics from the ground up. And I'm like, y'all don't even know the basics. So I was like, I was talking to my RL. He was like, you should restart the YouTube page with talking about the stuff we be talking about.
Right.
And I was like, man, I don't know if I want to do YouTube like that again. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But you know, I didn't start it until 20 till COVID came back around.
Okay.
And I had the time. And I started playing with more people and it was like, yeah, you should share this and that. Actually, I was playing with All City.
Okay.
And he was like, you need to you should start that back up.
Yeah.
And you know, it was like a whole group of us, me, Mills, Vegeta, a lot of us kind of started back. I started back doing content and they just started doing content. So that's what kind of got me back into making YouTube videos again.
No, that's dope. That's dope. Wait, fellas, wait. For Sashi, and Reed, not right now. We gon' it's not community hour right now. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all being
for sure.
excited or
All
whatnot.
right.
But we gonna get to y'all in a little bit. It's gonna come though. So make sure y'all got y'all questions. I always say, y'all know the vibes. Take the notes. But I just want Meccano and J Mac in here right now, just so people can get an insight of what they did and things like that, and then we'll go from there. And
All right, for sure.
Yep. For me, again, I'm not gonna go too long because you know it's more about you guys, not about us. But for me, I'm totally different than my boy Meccano. For those who don't know, your boy had cancer in 2015, 16. So I started YouTube to document my cancer experience. And so my thing was to try to uplift people who may be in fighting cancer. And I played 2K and things like that, but it was more like a vlog. And it was vlogging my experience, going through cancer, going through chemo, and trying to live life. Because when you hear cancer, you hear the word cancer, you hear the word chemo. A lot of people think, you know, hey, how much longer do you got to live? You know what I'm saying? So my thing was, I didn't know how much longer I was going to be on this earth, but I also wanted to leave a mark by being, you know, positive, living with love, living with, you know, just joy in my heart, you know, because some things you just can't control. And then fast forward after, you know, dealing with cancer and able to beat cancer through the grace of God, I started coming into doing YouTube, transitioning into 2K. And I just was playing. I didn't take it too serious. I would do more so streaming or whatnot. And I didn't start, and I start, you know, looking at, I think my influence who got me into YouTube was Casey Neistat, because I saw him do vlogs, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't even watching, I was watching iPod, Shakedown, all those OGs, or whatever the case may be. Pretty Boy Fredo was big at the time. I was like, yo, Pretty Boy Fredo, nice, you know what I'm saying? Playing 2K15, 16, with my boys and things like that. And people were just telling me like, yo, you know, maybe you should start doing YouTube. And then we started doing it with I had a clan or whatever the case may be. Shout out to TRT and Too Real, Too Nice back in the day. And so that just fast forward to where I am today. But yeah, that got me in the space. Me dealing with the illness, me dealing with a something to put me in the space, and then I end up transitioning into 2K because I play 2K. I've been playing 2K since 2K. You know, since it was on the Dreamcast. I'm an old head, and I'm very, very proud of being an old head. And it turns out that I got a cool personality. People like to watch the channel. People like to rock with your boy, and you know, it ended up working out. So I want to ask my brothers, man. You know, starting this journey, what was some of y'all setbacks? Because I know a lot of people may get excited, right? The excited process. Well, before we even do the setback, talk about your first few videos, like the excitement of posting and actually doing your first few videos. Tell us a little bit about those experiences. Mechanic, starting with you. How was your feelings, man, when you was like, all right, let me get this a shot. Let me start this thing, and you start posting your first few videos. How was your feelings?
My feelings was, so my target was when I posted videos, right? To get, it wasn't the likes, it was just the, how do I want to say, it was just the commentary. How did people like the videos? You know, me, like, I'm a technical person.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always thinking, was the lighting good on the video? How it look? How does it sound? You know, type stuff.
Right.
So that was more so what I was concerned about. And the most important thing was the interaction and people how did people feel about what I was talking about? Did they have any disagreements and stuff like that? Because my videos are more so like a conversation and my ideas. So, you know, what did the community feel about those? So, and once people started commenting on the videos, and talking and saying they like this, they like that, I think that was really inspiring, because each video, right? You know, we do these videos, and each video you don't know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you record the videos, you're usually alone. When you edit the videos, it's just you and your thoughts in your head. So, and it's usually by yourself, right? It's not a collaborative effort for the most part, unless you have an editor.
Right.
But me, I do all my stuff on my own, right? So just posting it, and then, you know, you come back to it, and then you got comments and likes and all this stuff like that. But okay, you know, I wasn't thinking about the money aspect of it. I was just thinking, you know, do people like this? And, you know, when I got the feedback from other folks, it was really inspiring. So that had me do more, maybe want to do more and share more.
I feel like, Mac, man, how was your experience, man? Posting your few videos, you know, being an old head, you like, F it, you know what I'm saying? Let me just try it out. How was your feelings when you first started out? You know what I'm saying?
So, first I'm gonna say, so I am a people person naturally. I love people. I love every version of a person. You learn something, you get some kind of something. Everybody, even from the people who you might think is irritating, I still like those people too, because it's literally something that I can get from them. Not saying like I'm trying to use people. I'm saying,
Right.
I mean, like, I get to unlock a side of myself interacted with them that I don't get to use with, like just saying, like, with, no, I'm from the hood, from Detroit, grew up, born and raised, but I met people in the military who were suburb who never even seen anything illegal going down, and just getting to interact with those people and then talk and laugh about different things, and just kind of like, oh man, it's a lot, like, everybody's fun to me. So when I made my first video, the other thing is I am ridiculously optimistic. I am one of those, like, to the point that I always think everything's going to go right for me. And so that's why it's perfect. Shout out to my wife. She's in there watching TV right now, but she's the
shout out to the
opposite.
wifey.
So we balance each other out. So I already, you know, we've been married. Actually, our 17th anniversary is coming up on Tuesday. But she's balanced as me. And so I was going in like, you're not about to hit big on your first couple videos.
Yeah.
I was telling myself that. But the optimistic side was just fighting and fighting. So when I did my first few videos, I really didn't know what to expect, because I was still kind of new to YouTube.
Right.
My first couple of videos, only people who really watched it was the people that I had played the game with. I was still living in South Korea at the time. Yeah. So the people that I played with in South Korea watched my videos. I think I got like 20 views on my first video, and I was happy. But I didn't know what to expect, but then the next video, I think I got like 5. I was like, dang, my people didn't even come back and watch the video. We play the game together all the time. Like, what is going on? Like, then I get in my feelings and everything. So it wasn't. I didn't take off definitely off rip. It's definitely a learning curve. In the beginning.
No,
so that's
100%. For me, when I post my first, start doing the 2K videos, man. I was nervous, and then I was like, when I got like 10 views, I was excited, but I'm a competitor. Like, I like to compete. And 10 views, I had to learn that every view is important, right? Because that's a person that took the time to click on your videos, right? And as you progress in this, when you start to see your old videos, you start to realize, like, yeah, man, I was but when you're in it, it's different. You know what I mean? When you're starting off, everything's a good video. Everything's great.
Yeah.
Everything feels amazing. It's like, man, why they not watching? And then sometimes what can happen is that you can start to get, and I say that for another section, because it happens. And it's not that you're trying to hate on nobody, but you start comparing your stuff to somebody else's stuff. But in the beginning, when I first got my videos, I was discouraged because I'm putting in time. I'm thinking I'm putting in effort, you know what I'm saying? And I'm putting out content, and it's getting like 10 views, 20 views, 50 views. I remember my first 100 video, that's when I was like, yeah, I got it. So I tried to replicate that, and then that next video ended up getting 10 to 15, and it was up and down for me, you know what I'm saying? Because my competitive nature, and then as I progressed, as I started to learn more about this platform and this system, I started to learn it's more strategic. It's not just posting stuff. It's a science to it. You just, you can get viral. You can go lucky and go viral, but when you go viral and you ain't got no substance after that, it's hard to keep it going. You get what I'm saying? And so that's how my experience was. But let's talk about, that setback, right? You posting, you're not getting no traction. You're not getting no views that you thought you should be getting. You putting in a lot of time. You putting in a lot of effort, and you're not seeing no fruits of your labor. You're like, man, should I be doing YouTube? Is this gonna be worth it? Like, I see other people doing it, or whatever the case may be, but is it gonna be worth it? Mac, touch bases on that first. How was your experience when you start to experience some of those setbacks, and maybe you didn't grow as fast, or maybe you didn't grow as quick as you thought you was going to be able to grow?
Okay, so first, like I say, when you first started, that was I would still call that a setback, but I didn't really understand YouTube or understand the system.
Yeah.
Then I went. You probably know, well, I don't know if I knew you at that time, but I went on a hot streak. Like, I started getting, I was just looking at my stuff. I put up some of my videos so I could see. It was like right after 2K22, 2K22 drop.
Yeah, and you was going fire. It was going crazy.
I went on a little hot streak.
Yeah.
But I was more chasing. I guess we get more into this later, but I was chasing views instead of building the community.
Ooh.
So
y'all better take that note. That's a gem right there.
I was going, and then my channel just kind of died. And it was just like, okay, well, then I might hit one video, and then I'll have a whole bunch of, like I say, literally, I'm looking at it. I will go from a video that get 10,000 views to a video that got 74 views.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what in the world? Like, because I'm not quite understanding what I'm doing. And this whole process is a learning process.
Right.
So that's the biggest thing. The setback is, I had another setback too when I had to move from Korea back to America, and I had like a 2-month break, and I was doing good before then. I ain't gonna say I was doing my best, but I was still doing good. And then my channel died because I was gone for 2 months off of YouTube.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing is my biggest setback, and just a little bit off of what I learned from it, was that, one, you got to understand the platform, and two, 2K does have a cycle. So at times some stuff is gonna be hot, and at other times stuff is not, and you kind of got to understand that. So.
Yeah. Them gems, but hey, man, y'all better be having y'all questions ready, because we already dropping some gems that y'all may not be taking notes on, but for real, for us, it's a lot of information. Mechanic, what about you, man? What was some of your setbacks that made you kind of?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom too. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
So as far as setbacks, like I said, originally, I had a channel before, right? And YouTube, is a journey, right? So, like Max said, you kind of gotta know your audience. But see, for me, I'm always real. I'll try to set realistic goals,
Yeah.
right? So even when I started, let's say my mechanic channel, like I was always like, if I keep posting content, I'll get more and more people. But at that time, when YouTube was doing it, um, the algorithm was favoring big name
Mm-hmm.
YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? The little guys was kind of getting iced out a little bit, so it was a little harder to grow back in the early
Yeah.
2010s,
Mm-hmm.
right? Shout out to them because it's easy now. You get to see a lot of up and coming YouTubers a
Mm-hmm.
lot now. But anyway, when I get small amount of views, I was realistic. I like if I get 100 views, it'll be a success for this video. So then I'll
Mm.
post that next day. If I get 100 views, this is a success, right? And then I will set goals each time I post to see and try to build interaction, right? Like, okay, I post this video, what people talking about. Then I'll try to get in the chat, or not in the chat, in the comments and talk to people and see if I can draw that interaction.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I say, for me, YouTube was just me sharing my ideas before the money and all that stuff like that. It was just me sharing
Right.
my ideas. So I was really just trying to communicate with people and get their thoughts on particular bills. And then to me, making a video is kind of like art. Like in the past, I've done FMVs. I've done a lot of videos, not FMVs, but AMVs and stuff like that for people. So doing a video is kind of artwork. But when I start doing my own stuff, it's like, it's kind of like that, but I got to, because from my previous experience, I got to get a format that's easy for me to do. Because I work,
Mm.
I'm working from like 7 to 5.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't have 3 or 4 hours to do one video.
Yeah.
I want to, and since I'm just starting, I need to get 2, 3 videos a day.
Yeah.
That was my mindset, trying to hit it going. So, and then I was like, if I'm only getting 50, 100 views, if I get 300 a day, then by the end of the month, that'll be 300 times 30. So now it's like 9,000. So I'm coming in from a math perspective.
Right. 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 Right.
You see what I'm saying? As long as people interacting and they like what I'm doing, then I could just build on it like that. But the setback came, like for me, the setbacks isn't me just doing the content, it's me if I enjoy the game or not.
Ooh. Preach.
Right? So if I don't enjoy the game enough to make content, then I probably won't make content. Like for instance, I started the 2K mechanic channel on the back end of 2020 because I was getting ready for 2K21.
Right.
All right, if anybody go back and look at my channel, you'll see videos from 2K20 to end. And in 2K21, I shared my first build and talked about it, sharing how to do defense and all that stuff like that. But
Right.
then I didn't like 21 current gen. Then get to next gen, okay, I'm gonna start that back up. I didn't like 21 next gen. There was no content for me to make. Although you could make content, it wasn't my content that I wanted to make.
Yeah.
So then I just fell off. I was like, then I'm just not gonna. I stopped playing. I went to play what game? I started playing another game. Maybe I went to Division or something. I don't remember. But I started playing another game. And then I was gonna think about making a channel for the Division, but 2K22 came out, and then I just started making videos and stuff. I was like, look, if you're gonna do it, you got to get yourself on the schedule. You got to do it like this.
Yep.
But yeah, for me, if I don't make videos, it's more or less I don't particularly like the game or the type of content that I make.
Yeah.
If I don't do like a whole bunch of builds, because I'm primarily a build channel. If I'm playing and there's not a lot of builds to make, or a lot of ideas I have around it, then that'll suffer for me. But at times like that, that's when you got to be creative. But yeah, when we talk about the lows and stuff like that, if you're not like, even now, like I put a video out, it might get 500 or 600 views. I might be used to 2,000 or 3,000.
Right.
Right. But for me, I just look at, okay, maybe I didn't play the algorithm right. Maybe I didn't do this right. Something technically I'm not doing that to put me, get my video out to at least all the members of my subscriber base and more. So that's the type of stuff I be trying to learn now more so than, woe is me. It's like, okay, so I did something wrong. I got to figure out what I did wrong. You see what I'm saying?
No, 100%. No, that's some good stuff right there, man. Like you said, the game will dictate if you want to make content. That can cause a setback, because if you're not having fun, enjoying playing the game, it's hard to be excited to make content. It's a lot of those things that can happen. I think for me, one of my biggest setbacks, it wasn't per se the views and stuff, because I'm always going to try to work and try to figure it out. But my thing was the inconsistencies. You know, I'm working, I do 40-hour job, I go to church, and my thing was I didn't put myself on a schedule, so it caused me to be inconsistent because I had peaks. Like I said, I had moments where I had LeBron James come to my stream. I had moments where we had 100 people in my stream. I had it where videos was going crazy. Lockdown Nation was going crazy. And then eventually I stopped. Every 2K, I get hot or I start being consistent, start doing my research, start doing my whatever the case I need to do to try to put my content out there. And then I stop. I just get fatigued, burnt out, tired, and I'm just like, I don't feel like posting. I ain't going to post today. I'm going to post tomorrow. And then tomorrow becomes next week. The next week becomes the week after next. And so my biggest setback was inconsistencies, right? And there's a way to work around that. And we're going to go over that today or whatever. But one of the biggest things for me was inconsistencies. One more topic or question about the process, and then we're gonna get into maybe 2 tips, and then we're gonna let people win because I want y'all to have y'all moment because this is about you guys. We know what we know. We know what we're supposed to get out. Do for the most part, and we're gonna learn some new stuff today. But what I want to ask you guys is this, man. What was your biggest, most viewed video? And what was your, like, how did you feel when you saw some of that fruit for the labor come to fruition? Like your video that you probably didn't think it was going to go crazy ended up going crazy. How many views did that video have? And then when you saw those views, what was your emotions? What was your feelings? What was your thoughts in your head? We're going to start with 2K Mechanic because Max started the last one. What was your thoughts? What was that video? And then how many people saw the video, and what was your thoughts in your head, Meccano?
So probably my biggest video has been my glitch build videos.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's like 60, 70,000 views, I think, on that channel, on that video.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was gonna get that high. I thought like the first video I had that got like thousands of views was the Strength Matter video.
Okay.
In 2K22, the Strength Matter, right? And I say you might want to put a little strength on your build, and I did the whole breakdown and stuff like that. And then I had a lot of people talking about that, right? My build videos were doing okay.
Yeah.
Right? It was getting maybe 800, 1,200 views or something like that, which for me, I thought was a good thing.
Right.
And then I started, when I did that glitch build, I don't remember what the first glitch build was, right? So the 6'9", that 6'9" glitch build I did, right?
Yep, that's how I found you for the 6'9" glitch build.
The 6'9" glitch build I did was like crazy, and I got Studio on my phone.
Yeah.
Right, and then I'm at work and I'm just getting alerts. And comments and stuff. I'm like, bro, what is going on? And people asking, how do you do this? How you do that? And even people hating, like, bro, you shouldn't have to do all this because I'm just getting back to YouTube and doing videos, so I don't want my video to be 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
Because people ain't gonna watch it, you know. And I do got videos that long because I try to break stuff down for people. But I'm like, I'm looking at everybody else. I'm like, the only person that make long videos is Laker fan. And he could do that because he built an audience for people that liked it.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, I'm trying to build it. Like, I can't have no 20-minute, 25-minute videos. People ain't gonna watch that. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to figure out a way to bring it down. Like, but yeah, when I started doing the glitch builds and stuff like that, probably that 6'9" was probably my highest video to date.
Right.
And pretty much all those build videos from that particular time frame. I've had some other ones that went close. Like, I don't know, I might have had a jump shot video this year that went crazy. I don't think it went to like 80K or something. I think it might have went to like 50. Mm-hmm. But I had like big man jump shot videos.
Yeah.
Like those went crazy for me. I don't know why, but people like big man stuff. So yeah, I was I was just looking. I'm like, and when I seen people like the glitch stuff, I was like, Well, let me get back in the building and see what else I can find. Then.
Nah, I feel it. I feel
Yeah, I was like, where are you shooting? And then I seen somebody had posted something on Lakers fan video. And it was like, yo, you could do this and you could do it for like a 6'7".
Oh,
I was like, oh, I was like, so we got multiple heights then.
yeah, yeah.
So then, we just went in the builder in the Discord, just sharing thoughts and ideas, trying to crack the code in that whole glitch build phenomenon that we went across in 22.
No, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Mac, man, what was that video that kind of got you started? Like, woo, dang, it looking different. You know what I'm saying? And then what was your thoughts?
So I have my big. So I do have to say this. I still have it, but I haven't done that with that channel in a minute because I just wasn't having fun doing that type of content.
Yeah.
But I had another channel that had a video that went like super stupid. It was like 500,000 views.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just not fun to me. But on 2K, on the 2K channel recently, it was July. Let me go back to it. July 15th.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of actually revived that Duke Dennis one. It revived my channel. And this is, like I said, first off, I'm gonna say this. I could talk YouTube all day. I'm a nerd to this. I love everything about learning about YouTube. I can literally hours just go in talking about it. So, but I got a lot of tips and a lot of information. But I'm gonna give y'all one on this one. Post, even if you think it's not gonna do nothing, even if you think you're late on the content or the information, post. So I seen somebody do the Castanet video when they went over to the thing. And so I was like, okay, then I seen somebody do the Duke Dennis. And I can't remember what happened in that day. I don't know if I was at work or something. I do have a little part-time job, but I don't spend a lot. I maybe work at max 4 hours a day. Because I got my military retirement and stuff like that. Which was a super W. Just how it happened, I ended up retiring from the military because I should have been kicked out of it a long time ago. I was a knucklehead like hell. But so I posted it, and I remember talking to my wife, and I was mad because I was like, man, if I would have been able to get this video out before the other creators did, I probably would have got like 100,000 views. That's what I was thinking about, 100,000 views. I did it one time before, and I was like, I probably get 100,000 views, but now I probably ain't gonna even get that. And then that video just went stupid. Now, at this time, it's 287,000 views. And I was like, I was so shocked because I didn't think that it would do that. And so I could have not posted the video.
Right.
But I was like, you know what? Let me post it for my people that's in my community. Let me post it. And then, I had started seeing a couple videos. I had like 2 videos before that to kind of slightly revive my channel.
Right.
But I was like, let me post this, just whatever. And it went crazy. So, like I say, I always say, even if you think you're late on some information or something, you might do it better. Like I got the highest viewed Duke Dennis video when he reacted to NBA 2K24. Yeah. Like nobody has a higher view. I ain't talking about TikTok, but like I said, on YouTube, nobody has a higher viewed video than me. So it's crazy. Like I say, always just post, man. Just post, even if you feel like it's not your best work, even if you feel like it's late, even if you feel like anything, because you never know. Just make sure you try to put the work in. Because I will say, I definitely tried to I went to his stream. Most people were just posting clips. I went to the stream, so I got more information out of the stream that people didn't have in their videos.
Right.
But because I thought people had already seen the good clips that they wouldn't want to see it, and they actually ended up wanting to see it. And it wasn't just Duke Dennis. They listened to my stuff. They listened to my comments that I had out of it too. Yeah. So even if it's, like I say, the next video I think I got higher than that since then was like 26,000 views. But I wasn't getting 26,000 views before that.
Right.
And I wouldn't have had it I wouldn't have had that video. That's the highest recurring viewer video that I have as of late. So people who watch that video, more of them come back to watch me. So like I say, just post. It might not be your best work. It might not be on time, but you never know.
Exactly. I think we all know, for me, the one that got me over the hump was the ultimate defensive tutorial video. You want the craziest part about that video is when I posted it, it was like 15, 16 minutes long. And in the beginning, that thing it had about 10 views. I think it was like 50 or 60 eventually in the first couple of weeks. And I was pissed. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was pissed because I put a lot of time in that. I was precise. I broke it down. We talked about badges. We talked about heights. We talked about methodology. All that stuff, man. And I was so mad. It was 2K20, I believe. It was in 2K20. And so I was like, man, forget it. You know what I mean? So I kept doing my videos. And then all of a sudden, people started, hitting me. I started getting a lot of comments. And it was like, yo, I appreciate that lockdown video. I was like, oh, okay, that's what's up, man. Yeah, I try, And then next thing you know, that thing had 50K views. I said, oh, wow, wait a minute. Analytics was going crazy. I said, oh, snap. It's booming. You know what I mean? And so it ended up dying out at over 100K. And that was my first ever 100K video or whatever the case may be, man. And I was juiced. But the crazy part about it is it didn't start off like that. You know what I mean? The traction for the video didn't start off like that. And this going to go into one of our tips that in the tip section or whatever the case may be, is that sometimes things are not getting searched at the time, but in 2K20 people wanted help on how to play defense, and nobody was doing tutorials. Nobody had a good tutorial, because first thing I do, I try to see who's doing what I'm doing, and then I try to get an idea. This gonna go into another tip section as well, but then I was like, man, they not explaining. They just giving you information, but they're not showing you. And in my head, I'm like, yo, if I'm a presenter at the end of the day, and I went to school and I did great presentations, I'm very visual orientated, and I'm like, people want to see what you're talking about. So I said, all right, let me break it down. I'm gonna give you everything in a nutshell. I'm gonna give you the badges. I'm gonna give you the attributes. I'm gonna give you the builds. I'm gonna give you the methodology. I'm gonna give you how to get better and how to practice. And I put it all in one video. And the first time ever, I had a good thumbnail. And that we'll save that to the next section. But I had a good thumbnail, was a good title, and I was like, in the beginning, I said, yo, this video gonna take off. And it didn't. That video didn't take off at all. And I was like, damn, I just wasted a whole 4 hours, because it took me about 4 or 5 hours to make the video with the edits, the cuts, the visuals, the people, all that stuff. And the next thing you know, that ended up being one of my best videos ever made. And that's how Lockdown Gang was even created. And I was like, well, people like my lockdown videos, and they like my personality, and they like the way I break it down, and they was wanting more and more, and I started to build a community or whatever the case may be. So if you stick with it, you know what I'm saying, you can do some things or whatever the case may be, but it's a process. It's a process. So we're going to open it up in just a few to people who want to start YouTube and ask questions for me, Mac, and Mechanic. But I want to give us at least about 5 tips that you can give. No, let's do 3, because we're going to end up doing more in the question section. But 3 tips. If you had to give somebody 3 tips on starting a YouTube channel from scratch, what would those 3 tips be and why? Let's start with Mac, because I know you got a lot of information. But 3 tips. If somebody came to you, Mac, man, I want to start a YouTube channel, I want to do 2K, what 3 tips would you give me and why?
Okay, so I think the first, because I had one wrote down, I was starting to type them out, but the first one I think should be said is you got to be patient.
Yeah.
Even like I say, because I know he's younger than me, but I don't feel like there's nothing wrong looking up to people who are successful in your field, even if they're younger than you.
Mm-hmm.
I look up to Duke Dennis, and even him, when he exploded on the 2K scene, it still took him time to get to that point. It wasn't an overnight success. It didn't even take a year, or like I came in thinking 2 years and I was just going to automatically be there, or I will get lucky and be there.
Right.
It does take a little of a journey for this. So like I say, be patient. The next thing I would say is, and if you don't know about this analytic, you need to learn about this, or you need to see this analytic, pay attention to it. Return viewers are more important than your subscriber count.
Mm.
I'm gonna say it again.
Tell them.
Return viewers is more important than your subscriber count. Right now, I have almost 24,000 subscribers.
Right.
My return viewer count is like 50 something thousand people. So that means for people who don't know, return viewers, it's in your analytics. If you go to your audience tab, it'll be right there under your audience tab showing return viewers. The return viewers means somebody that watched one of your videos and came back and watched another video.
Mm-hmm.
So that is more important than your subscriber count.
Mm-hmm.
If that's a healthy number, if that's over your subscriber count, you got a healthy channel. It most likely means people like some of your content. They're not fully, not okay. That's not the word I want to use, but fully convinced to subscribe to your channel yet, but they do check in to your channel.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I say. And then the last one, I think this is a big one. That's why I want to leave this for last. People always say this first part of it: learn from your mistakes. Everybody always says learn from your mistakes. But when it comes to YouTube, you also want to learn from your successes. And then you also want to learn from others. So you can't just think about learning from your mistakes and I fix what I messed up and I'm good. There's two versions when it comes to successes. You did something good, but you could have did it better. Or you did something good, so you need to keep it up. So you learn it from your successes and then learn it from others. There's always, big or small, I learn from everybody. Person that come on the top of my head, Joey DF or Joey 2K now. I learned from him. It was a guy named what's his name? Jose Sosa. Not Jose Sosa, Hezzy Sosa. Hezzy Sosa. He was shot off the scene one day, and I looked at his channel. I was bigger than him, and he passed by me, and I looked at the channel like, oh man, okay, I can learn some stuff from this. And then even the big creators, Joe Knows, I lock into. The old DF, they make some amazing videos. Now you might not be able to make your videos to the level that they do, because I can't even make it to the way that they do their videos. Their videos be on some other level stuff. When it comes to the editing and all that stuff. They got it.
They got to edit.
Yeah, they got to edit them for sure. They got to. Or they might. I ain't gonna say they got to, but they do. They know what a good video looks like.
Yeah.
But I learned from them. I learned from Mechanic. I learned from Bake. I learned from my guy Guard Up on Defense, who I hit him up when I was at like 50 subscribers. He had like 300. Like, hey, can we do a collab? And he let me in, and I always shout him out because even though, and I ain't gonna say it did something for me, but even though it didn't, he didn't have to go out his way to help me out. So I'm loyal to you. I got it tattooed on my back. If you rock with me or you do something for me, I'm loyal to the soil. I'm loyal to the end of the days.
That's
so, but always learn from your mistakes, learn from your successes, and learn from others. That's all I got until y'all got questions.
Yeah. Mechanic, what's your 3 and why?
3. I wish you would have told me this before so I could prepare it. So number one is consistency. I think Beck had mentioned that before because and what you said the question was when you get ready to start a channel.
Yeah, right? If you about to start a channel, what are 3 tips and why?
So yeah, I'm about to try to start 2 new channels. But so for me, before I start a channel, I like to have a few videos worth of, like, first of all, what kind of content is going to be long form video or short form video, right? I think you probably should do both, but Matt can probably explain the analytics and details on how those operate, right? I don't know all that yet, so but hopefully we all can be informed. So me, I need to think about what site. So before I do a video, like let's say the weekend, like now, right? I just write ideas. Like if I'm at the gym or I'm out and about, I'm writing ideas down for a video. So when I come Sunday, I might got a list of 20 or 30 ideas, right? I might not get to all those ideas. And then I start putting dates, okay, when I want to drop that, around what content and stuff like that. So for me to be consistent, I need to have a plan, right? So most of my videos I come out with are planned. You know what I mean? Because if you're busy, like during the week, if you got family, right? You know, I try to plan stuff a week or 2 weeks ahead. So I'll kind of already have content. Because coming up with ideas, a lot of times can stagnate you, right?
Right.
Like, dang, I don't know what to make. And then like you said before, when I don't know what I want to make, I don't make nothing. I experienced that with my first channel, right? So now I was like, okay, let me pull out a list of ideas, right? And to go further with that is, like, if I play the game every day, there should not be a day where I'm not posting content.
Woo!
Whether that's I've just now started using the community page, which was always there, but I never really used it. Right? Community page, Twitter, TikTok, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? You can always post something to keep in contact with your community.
Yep.
Right? And I play almost every day. So I can say something every day. I can post a picture, I can post a bill or something. Right? So that consistency and just doing something every day. It might not be a long video or short or whatever you come up with, but talk to the community, whether that's Twitter, like on Twitter. I'm not big on Twitter, right? But I'm starting to get into that. And the primary reason I'm not big on Twitter is I don't really care what people got to say like that all day.
Yeah.
Right? But now I'm coming more from a networking type mindset, right? I think J Mac talked about this a few months ago, right? Look at somebody like a Downwork, right? When I first got on Twitter, Downwork had like maybe 2,000, 1,000 followers. But now he got like, and it might be because you can monetize on Twitter now, but whatever the case, he almost got like 7,000. But Downwork, he liked to post stuff, right? And talk and, post little funny memes and stuff like that. And I was like, I could do that. You know what I mean? Y'all know me, I like to debate and talk about stuff anyway, right? Yeah. I might not be as probably outgoing as you and Mac, right? But when we talk about stuff, I can debate a little bit. That's what I like to do. Right. It's not that I like to debate. I just like to get to an understanding, right? So like if we talking about, not to go too far into this, but if we talking about issues we have with the game, my question, okay, what specific issues do we have? So then we can tell the dev, I don't like whenever I get a steal, it bounces back to the offensive player, and then I'm out of position. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Talk about specifics and just saying this is trash. So that's that consistency. Number 2, stay learning and improving, and you can learn from anybody, right? Like you just said, I was just last night on stream, I was looking at grinding and solo. I don't know. They got a team. What's his name? Power. They got some type of manual or some type of training that they got, because all of them, bro, same thing. It's not even just, they probably got the same editors, but the energy they got on their video, they all got it.
They know what they doing.
They all got it.
It's a system.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you come with DF, you got Joey. He DF now, right? He used to be Joey 2K. He's Joey DF or something now, right?
I don't know if they're doing it because it was DF, then they changed their name back to 2K.
Oh, okay. But he started doing that whole energy thing. I was like, dang, they're getting coached up somewhere. You see what I'm saying? Because when you start doing videos, you start studying stuff. Yeah. Right? You start studying, okay, how breaking down people's video, okay, how they coming in, how long they stay on this topic, how they transition to this and that. Right? So, I was looking at this video, I had to, like I said, just from an editing perspective, you got to have an editor. Because for me to do that, right, and I think they probably using CapCut with that. But anyway, to me to edit a video like that, it'll probably take me a day or two. Yeah. 100%. But anyway, just study people. Like, as you start making more content, you start to kind of break down other people and kind of see what makes their videos pop. Yep. Right? It could be from the thumbnails. Thumbnails are important, right? To catch people's attention now. Right. And now YouTube, you can kind of like, even on my phone, before I watch a video, I kind of like highlight it and see what the beginning things and stuff like that, just those little technical stuff. But yeah, stay learning. Even Think Media and all these other channels that tell you what you need to grow, that talk about the technicalities of YouTube and how to really tailor your videos to reach your audience in a quick amount of time. Like, study all that. All of that's important. So stay learning, stay improving from everybody, because some people, like last year, Jay Amir went crazy high. Yeah, he did. Right. Yeah. So I was studying Jay Amir. I was like, what can I take?
Yeah, that's my guy right there.
I ain't got his energy like that, but he was consistent. Jay Amir was consistent.
He was the up and coming pretty boy Fredo, for real, dog.
Yeah, maybe he was. Maybe he didn't like 23 like that. Yeah. Or maybe life circumstances caused him not to go crazy like he did in 22.
He ain't like, I talked to him. He ain't like 23 like that. I talked to him.
I figured because young dude with the energy he had, he was like, man, we talking about he probably be at 100K or so close to it, right? Um, so yeah, stay learning, stay improving. And then the third thing is just networking.
Yeah.
Like what we doing now, just reaching out, which I'm not great at. Um, like other thing is if you're a streamer, right, it'll kind of help you if you're a streamer too, because more, you'll be more engaged and more people come, especially if you're on Twitch. Like a lot of people come and they'll raid you and then you'll link up and y'all play. So then y'all get to share audiences and followers amongst each other.
Right.
But yeah, networking, like creating a Discord, getting into a community, creating that community. So like for instance, when you do post, now I have like if you're in a community of like 3,000 or something like that,
Right.
now I have a potential of maybe 1,500, 3,000 people check my video out
Right.
before because all that matters with the retention and like Max said, and people coming and watching your view, your likes, the commentary, all this stuff. So yeah, networking, reaching out to people. I'm not saying you got to go be a fan of everybody, but just reaching out and networking with people and trying to tap in and see what they know and what you can learn. Those are probably my 3 tips.
Nah, that's real. I got 3 for y'all. I think the first one is you gotta start. You gotta create your channel, man. You gotta start somewhere. The planning process is great. The research process is great. The looking at other people's stuff is amazing. But at the end of the day, you gotta start. You gotta post a video. You gotta learn and you gotta progress by starting. Because sometimes we get so much caught up in the planning phase that we never even post. And we think since we're doing so much work in the planning phase, it may be too much work. And that's far from the truth. So definitely start your channel. You know what I'm saying? Number 2, find a niche. Figure out your community. Max said it earlier, but you gotta find your community, man. One thing where a lot of people go wrong is they try to post all types of videos, and that's cool, but that ain't gonna help you grow. You got to look at this YouTube thing as a TV show, right? Your show is about 2K, but it has to specialize in something in the beginning. Like you hear Max say, big builds. You got 2K Mechanic, he's doing builders and concepts. You got me doing lockdown game. Find your niche, whether that's gameplay videos, whether that's tutorials, whether that's commentary, whether that's a mixture of a little bit of both. And then you got to find like your niche of who's your audience. Like what kind of content are you trying to make? Are you just making gameplay about you just playing the game? You get what I'm saying? Are you making gameplay on teaching people how to play the game? Are you doing commentary breakdowns where you're showing people mistakes? Like you have to dive into those aspects of your niche, right? And then my last one is that for sure you have to make content that people are searching for. At the end of the day, you can make what you want to make, and that's cool. But if you want to grow, you got to make things that people are searching for or may not be searching for right now, but could be a searchable topic later. When you start to see futuristic topics that you can come up with that may be like, it's not a lot of people. Like, for example, my lockdown game, ultimate to defense tutorial, nobody made a defensive tutorial like that. Nobody. And I was like, that's missing. And so even though it wasn't getting searched, people start searching it more and more and more. And the video was good. It was solid. It was solid enough. Sometimes I can't even watch it. You know what I mean? Cause like, dang, I really was that long. I should have did that. But, and so that'll be my thing. Make sure you creating topics that people want to see, or topics that people want to learn about, or topics that people may want to learn about. If you just doing like, let's say for example, playing NBA 2K, bro, that's so broad. Ain't nobody gonna. You know how many people you competing against? Like, of course we're networking and we all in this together, but you competing with other folks. So if somebody got a video that's more specific than yours, right? That's more direct than yours, that video may get more views than you, unless you're doing a video that's you're trying to get more broad audience. But even when you're trying to get broad audience, is a science to it. You can't just say playing NBA 2K. Like, so many people was putting that in there. And if you don't have channel authority, if you're not the Joe Knows, the Grinding DF, the Double DHs, you're not going to get that traction just yet. right? Or it may take a super long time to get that traction. So those are my 3. Start a channel. You know what I mean? Number 2, find your niche, find your community. It's okay. Don't feel like you got to be narrowed down all the way, but you find a way to be creative. Like Mac does a lot of different videos on big man builds. He does everything as far as like, you know, jump shots, dribble stuff, and he does commentary, but it's all surrounded in big man builds. So it's still a lot of content that he can do, but it's centered around a community of people who like to make big mans. 2K Mechanic, he teaches you how to make builds, you know what I'm saying? And then he do breakdowns where he does commentaries on understanding the gameplay of how to get better at the game and how you can use your build to be great at the game. When you watch your YouTube content creators that's big and they're doing a lot of big stuff, there's a science to what they're putting out. They're not just putting out any old content. Sometimes they may be putting out something, but it's still specific. And is there a science to it? If it's a pro-am video, I'm breaking down, like a Laker fan, he'll make a 30-minute video on breaking down a gameplay. That's a commentary at the end of the day, but a specific commentary is for a specific gameplay. If you want to break down a badge, it may be 20, 15 minutes, but he's breaking down a badge using commentary. Like, yo, see right here in this thing, this person got 75. So it's specific. It's not just randomized videos, and that'll help you guys a lot. But again, that's some tidbits for us from y'all. But this is your opportunity. I'm about to open up the Discord. Remember, everybody gonna have an opportunity to ask a question. Don't think you just everybody got to talk at once. Just, you know, when we ask on you and we call on you, you have your question ready, and then you keep asking multiple questions. There's no amount of questions until people just like, all right, man. When it started to become redundant, then that's when we know, all right, it's about that time to wrap up a little bit, and we'll save another day, you know, because we can't do everything today. But this is a good start. I believe that this is a good start, and I think even if we do maybe once a month or whatever, we can help you guys out, and then I can get, even as we grow, get more channel creators on here as well, because we're only 3. There's millions and millions of content creators on this thing, or whatever the case may be. So the Discord is open. If you are trying to learn Discord, I'm gonna play a little bit of music real quick for the segue. First and foremost, shout out to my dog.
I got something real to say too while you waiting on that too.
Okay.
Just give a little bit of that time.
Yeah.
So, you heard Bait talking about finding your community, your niche. There's a reason behind that. So the way YouTube works, and I can attest to this from my last streak of videos, when you have, so just say like myself, what he said with big man builds. I know if I post something for big man builds, a lot of my community, or at least actual community at that time, will come back to watch that video. YouTube sees that and says, this must be a good video. Let me push it out to more people outside of his community that watch similar types of videos.
Right.
So when you build a community over something like me, him being locked down, Mechanic being a builder expert, then people who like that type of content, it'll just keep pushing it out, because you're bringing that return viewer, like I said before, back to your channel, and YouTube sees that and says, okay, let's find some more people, because his stuff is bringing people back. They must like it, so let's try to push this out to other people.
Mm-hmm.
So to give a little more on top of what you said.
Yeah, that's real. That return viewer is big, man. New viewers is good, but the people that come back, and then the people, and we'll get into that probably on another day, but I'll just say this: playlists are good. So if you create a playlist, you can have somebody think of Netflix as playlists, and playlist is like a series. And so let's say I'm teaching you Lockdown University playlist. So those are all videos that is going to keep you watching, and it's a system to it. It's like beginners, intermediate, advanced. That's just for being able to play lateral quickness. Then it's like stills for beginners, intermediate, advanced. So I'm creating these playlists, and you're watching, oh, this is for beginners. This is for intermediate. Oh, this is for the advanced. This for the elite. This for the comp. Whatever the case may be, it keeps you, man. And then you know what you're going to do? You're going to tell somebody else. And that's when people start talking about my video. They start coming to my channel, bruh. And I was streaming consistently. I remember Pretty Boy Fredo came. I'll never forget this day because Pretty Boy Fredo was one of my dudes that I looked up to because he was a real one, man. It was a real one, and he came to my stream. I Am Davis came to my stream. This when your boy was consistent with the streams, bro. But ain't nobody bigger than LeBron James. When LeBron James came to my stream, it was the craziest thing ever. Your boy was not even had his camera on. I wasn't even going to stream that day. And LeBron came to my stream. I must have went Zuko's. I went bonkers. I went bonkers. And that was just a testament of my hard work, man. Because sometimes you may not think your hard work is paying off, but if you stay with it, stick with it, bro, anything is possible. But again, it's not about me. For all the content creators, if you want to come in, join the Discord. We got my man, I Am the Boss FTN in the building. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? So what questions do you have, man? And then whoever want to take the floor, you can direct it to somebody. You can make it for everybody. You know, it's up to you. I'm the boss. You there? Is he there or? I'm a boss FTN.
We can't hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear him. Is he talking?
It looked like he unmuted his mic, but
yeah,
I don't hear him. Maybe I had to go in there and settings and
yeah, he probably gotta join, go into his settings. Where's Reed? I know Reed was in here because I know he's trying to do YouTube. I saw Fasashi. If y'all trying, this is your opportunity to come back. It was some other folks I know. So again, if y'all missing it, it's all good. For the chat, do y'all got questions? While I'm Boss FTN is in there. What kind of questions do y'all got for myself, Mac, 2K Mechanic, about YouTube? Anything that y'all want to know? Anything that y'all want to ask? Put them in the chat for us so we can ask those. Cole. My man was jamming. Was he jamming? Was that music?
Cole. I don't know what it was.
Cole, man. Good, what's good, man? I see the YT on your YouTube thing. What's some questions that you have as far as about like doing YouTube or trying to start YouTube or anything that you need help with when it comes to YouTube?
So a question I had was, what's the easiest editing software y'all use? Do y'all have like a specific editing software? Because I'm trying to get what's the proper term for it? More cooling with my edits, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
On the level of like, you know what I'm saying, maybe a Duke Dennis or a Grinding BF, you know what I'm saying? But I know, you know what I'm saying, start now, I won't be able to get to that level, but maybe I can slowly incorporate, you know, more and more edits, you know, people to keep people watching, to keep the retention.
I feel that. Who wants to chime in on that, brothers?
I'll go first on that, and then I'll let Matt go in.
Okay.
So as far as editing, there's plenty editing software that pretty much they all do the same thing. Right now, what I've been using CapCut. Usually, I use like Sony Vegas or Adobe Premiere.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have Mac, or if I use Mac, it'd probably be Final Cut. But for right now, you can use something free, Cole. And those pretty much do the same thing as far as like putting different things on the video. That like I think the most popular right now is CapCut. I've been doing like the last couple of videos I did was with CapCut. And I've been now see I'm finicky. I don't like when I learn new stuff, it takes me a while, right? So then I might put off learning it. But I was like, I'm gonna learn CapCut so I can do shorts because I don't want to do a short in the bigger software, right? So if you like, I just watch grinding video. Personally, I feel like whoever edited this video probably edited in CapCut. Because you could do so much like now that you got transcription. Like CapCut is really good with transcription. Like if you want to put words on your video as you go through the videos for shorts, as you can see, you know, a lot of creators are putting the words on the video. That's really easy with CapCut. And they're always adding different features, different things you can slow down. You know, I think it's just a lot easier with CapCut. Like with a Premiere and stuff, you got to kind of know the controls and how to like the technical stuff and how to do certain things in your videos. So my opinion would be if you want to kind of make it like how you see some of the popular folks make it, outside of like a Yacht Man, because I think he uses Premiere or Final Cut, and with the After Effects.
Final Cut.
Yeah, Final Cut, and he put After Effects with his.
I think he
Yeah.
got a Mac.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so unless you want to go into like super detail with that, I think you can start off with CapCut, and then you could just break people videos down, and then and the reason I say CapCut is there's plenty tutorials on everything, but CapCut is, there's a lot of shorter videos because I'm learning how to do different stuff, especially for the next channel I'm working on. That'll be my quick opinion on that one.
Nice, Mac. Yep.
Real quick. I was ready. Real quick. Hey, for the people in the chat that's putting questions, I'm writing your questions down, so we're gonna get to your questions so they don't get missed.
Yep.
But about that one, so like I say, if you didn't know, my part-time job that I do is as a social media marketing manager, whatever you want to call it. I create the whole content slate for a dealership. I will say CapCut is definitely easier. CapCut and it's free. So if you're starting off, I'm all about free. And then I go to the question that Jay Grind gave, not Jay Grind, who was it? Say Let's Say, because it kind of fits together. So CapCut is free.
Yep.
And it's simplified, so it makes it a little bit easier for you to do it. Now, if you want to get to more advanced levels, Adobe or Final Cut has a little bit more, I think a lot bit more, that you can do with their software. But for 2K videos, no, you fine with CapCut.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you want to say something, Baker, about that one, or I can get you the question from It's Gav.
I
mean, not It's Gav, but Say Less.
I just use Final Cut, but if you can't use Final Cut, depending on what software you got, iMovie is good. It's free as well too. CapCut is another one. Free softwares are great, y'all. Y'all don't have to dive in and spend bread off the rip when you're just starting off. The goal is just get familiar with the process. Get familiar with editing if you're gonna do your edits, right? Or if you got bread and you want to get an editor, you can chalk up some bread and get an editor to get those videos like the grinding DFs. You can use Fiverr. They may charge like $20-$30 a video, but if you got the chicken like that, you got the chicken like that. You know what I'm saying? But those are the softwares I use. I see some of the. Do we want to start with?
I got okay. One.
Yeah,
I got one because it kind of touches the same thing. That's why I'm gonna go to this one. Say Let's Say, what's the first set of stuff y'all got for your channel? So going back to free. In the beginning, I wasn't making no money off of this.
Mm-hmm.
So, and yes, I did have a job in the Army that I was making good money in the Army for what I was doing, or at least for my rank and stuff and time and service. But I had kept my same desktop that I had it was old as hell. It was like the first generation Intel i5 processor. If you don't know about tech stuff, it's just old as hell. That's all you need to know. I went to the thrift store. We had a thrift store on base and found some desk lamps for my lighting. And I went to our little military, like Walmart version of it. And I got a $60 webcam.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in South Korea. So I found this store where I spent like $20 or $30 on a USB microphone. So literally probably all together, I spent $100, not counting my computer, but it was an old computer. So not having to buy a computer, I spent like $100 to get my setup initially started. So you don't have to, there's a lot of videos out there showing you, to get this different thing and that different special thing. And yes, they are better than the stuff that I use. But starting off, you don't need that stuff. Now, once you get bigger and you're making money off of it, like me, like now, I try to upgrade my stuff. I got to get some more better lighting. And then once we move to our new house, I'm going to, get a better soundproof room and pay some money to get better soundproofing into my room. Yeah. But first off, when you're starting off, try to spend the least amount of money to get the job done.
I would say this, and I'm going to let Mechanic answer as well. Y'all got Xboxes and y'all got PlayStations, right? Xbox and PlayStation allows you to live stream. Xbox and PlayStation allows you to capture content. Like if you can't get no Elgato just yet, you know what I mean? Start with what you got, you know what I mean? Get your clips from your PlayStation or your Xbox, export them, send them to you. You can, and then you put them in your editing software for free. or whatever the case may be. And then if you want to live stream, you can live stream on Twitch for free for Xbox. And then they even have the ability if you want to get a webcam. But I know a lot of people who want to, they ask, should I show my face or not? That's up to you. You know what I mean? In some spaces, you got people who ain't showed their face and they go extremely well. And you got some people who do show their face and they do extremely well. It's no one way or the other way. It just depends on your audience and the type of content you want to make and your comfortability. But you don't have to spend money. You already spent the money to get started. Now you got to use what you got to get better at it. And then eventually once you start getting money from what you're doing, then you can start upgrading. What's this dude name? One of the most famous persons on YouTube. Freaking what the heck is this man name? Bear. It's not Bear. It's the Beast. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast started from like freaking recording on his phone, and now this man is the a billionaire. Got the most views. Got the most subscribers. He is Mr. YouTube, but he started with a cell phone. You got what I'm saying? You don't need all the high technical whatever. You know what I mean? Start with what you got, learn it, perfect it, improve it, and keep getting better. And then you can start adding as you grow, start growing your stuff. Start improving your stuff. But you don't have to start off the rip if you don't have it. Now, if you want to, get it all so you ain't got to pay later, then that's up to you. But then you got to remember, you still got to learn how to utilize that. Mechanic, what's your thoughts on that question?
As far as equipment go, I mean, like you said, use what you have. A lot of people, I know my man Vegeta, he streams from his PlayStation. If he doesn't have his laptop and Elgato set up, you can definitely do that through, Kick and Twitch and YouTube for sure. Yeah, so you can use what you got. Some people use their phone. I think iRush Bots used his phone.
Yeah.
Or he might still use his phone.
Yeah.
And he's climbing up 40,000-50,000 subs, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's just the content.
Yeah.
It's the content. That's what you got to focus on, the content and your niche, and stuff like that. And people are going to follow that. So, just start with wherever you are. Like Bake said earlier, start. That's the most important thing.
Then when it comes to face, if you use your face, so me, I really thought about that with mine. I know, like I said, I'm a people person. You're trying to keep it short so we can get to somebody in the Discord.
Yeah.
I'm a people person, and I knew people laughed at my facial reactions from just natural people. So, and I'm not the most well-spoken person. Like I'm not dumb. I'm smart, but I have a little mumble and a slur, and just to have a faceless channel, I feel like wouldn't have did well for me. So that's why I knew my face was my moneymaker.
There it is.
Just because not saying I'm the best looking person, but people see my eyes. I got big ass eyes. I already know. I don't got no problem with neither. I love my eyes. I ain't never had to wear glasses a day of my life. But I got big eyes and I make them big and stream and I laugh and craziness. And so it just depends on what you feel like you offer. If you're well spoken, because I feel like Baker's well spoken. I feel like 2K Mechanic is more well spoken than I am. Because my wife even still to this day be asking, "What did you just say?" And I'm like, "Man, we've been married this long. You still don't understand what I'm saying." But it just depends on what you have to offer. And then you can go to somebody in the Discord.
Last thing before we get to Discord, somebody asked. They said, "What's the sweet spot on how long your video should be?" I'm gonna say it's simple as this: however it takes to get your point across. All right, like don't. If it don't take 5 minutes to get your 30 minutes to get your point across, don't make a 30-minute video, okay? Think about you being a viewer. What allows you to stay on the channel, right? I want to get to the information right, quick, fast, in a hurry, but I still want to be detailed enough where I'm giving them enough content to make them feel like they got a bang for the buck. They don't care about your name. They don't care about none of that other stuff. They care about the information. Eventually, they care about you, but right now, you put out a title that said how to improve your jump shot in NBA 2K24. Hey, what's good? It's your boy Bake, man. Welcome back to the channel. I took 2 minutes and I haven't even got into the what's the name. You know what I mean? One thing that J-Mac does is he give you the highlights, to get you in. He get you captivated. He give you some highlight clips, and then he goes on the information. And his videos, it fluctuates. Some videos are 2 minutes, some videos 5, some videos 6, some videos 10. It just depends however long it takes to get your point across. And make sure, and that's later down the line, that your videos is progressing and it flows. And you take and we'll get to that later. But the fluff, you don't want to have a lot of fluff, man, because that fluff is gonna get them enough to click off the video. You get what I'm saying? So, to the Discord. Oh, you want to
intros don't really help too much. Most people click past them. I'm not saying if you like it, you just should take it out, but get into the information first. Even if you like your intro, you want to keep it. I see Brute doing this. Brute will tell you about what the video is, so he can keep you in there, and then he rolls his intro.
Yep.
But make sure they know they come into the video to get what they were looking for.
Yep. And then Mechanic, real quick.
We talking about intros?
No, just how long should you take to make a video? What's the sweet spot?
The length.
Yeah, I don't know the sweet spot. I'm gonna let Bacon J Mac tell you that, because for me, it depends on the video, right? And I still struggle with that. Like I would, like, sometimes I want to drop rec content, right? But everybody know a rec game is 25 minutes, and I don't have there's 25. It ain't a 25 minutes of content for me to be able to post, right? So it's usually highlights, right? So usually I'll probably break that down. I'll probably break that down maybe to a 5 to 7 minute video. My build videos for me are long. I think a build video probably should be about. I seen Shake do some videos where it's like 6-7 minutes long.
Yeah.
Right. And that's probably the sweet spot, because you can show the build. The new thing that I'm doing now is, and I learned this from, I think it's Joey. I think Joey does this in his videos, right? He'll show highlights at the beginning.
Joey is good with it.
He'll show highlights at the beginning, and each category he'll show a clutch for it.
Yep.
Like he'll do finishing, he'll show finishing, and then he'll show you some clips for finishing. He'll do shooting, and he'll show you clips. So I'm still experimenting with that, but I think for a normal build video, you probably should be about 5 to 7 minutes.
Yeah.
For me, I'm probably do 12 minutes just because I like to break everything down.
Yeah.
So everybody knows what each stat does. But probably about 5 to 8 minutes should be good for a long form video.
Yeah. Let's get to the Discord. Big Reed, man. I know you was here earlier. What any questions that you have, or for me, Mac or Mechanic?
I mean, I've been jotting down the list, man. I don't know if somebody else may want to go first, like they just got something they want to rip off.
Man, just
like
ask the question, man. Just go.
Okay, my fault. All right.
Yeah.
So one of the questions I was going to ask is being like, because I feel like there's like 3 lanes of content creators, basically, like the educational, the entertainment, and like news updates. Let's say, like, as far as, like, let's say you go into the entertainment lane, like more like an EJ or whatever, like leading with your personality. I wanted to know, like, is being toxic kind of frowned upon against the 2K companies, like somebody like a Flight Reacts or a Steezo? Like, is it worth it for the views to burn yourself in 2K? Maybe, like, does the 2K kind of look at that kind of stuff?
So I will say this, because I have interacted with 2K and I got a logo. I still don't know how I got the logo. I do know how I got the logo, but I'm saying I didn't know that they were looking at me for the logo. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
But when it comes to being toxic, yes, they might be a little more standoffish depending on your level of toxicity.
Right.
See, there go my slur again.
Nah.
But the thing is, you gotta think of, we were talking about Bash Plug in the chat. Bash Plug ain't been to nothing. And Bash Plug is making bank right now doing YouTube. You don't necessarily need 2K to make your money on this social media stuff. All you need is the game.
Yeah.
So if that's the lane that you want to go down, that's the lane you want to go down. For me, that's not me personally. But I still watch EJ. I be laughing at him when he be talking about them people and kids. Now I be mad at him if my son was in there playing with him. He was talking to him crazy. But when he talking to everybody else, I ain't got no problem. So yeah, it's just up to you, man. You don't need 2K to make your living on this game.
Yeah, 100%. I would just say, be you, man. If that's not you, if you're not a toxic dude, don't try to be a persona, because it's gonna be hard to continue up that persona. Because then everywhere you go, they're gonna expect you to be that persona, you know. And so just be yourself. And if that's the kind of lane, if that's who you really are, then make sure it's coming from a real place. Because personas don't last. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, you're gonna get older. And you're gonna have kids. You can't be no 50, 40-year-old man keep being toxic, because they be like, bro, this dude is wilding, man. It may work. It may work. But some
unless you Mo Buckets.
Unless you Mo Buckets. But Mo Buckets, even Mo Buckets.
He got a both sides.
Yeah,
though.
he got a both sides. It's like it's levels to it. You know what I mean? He got the parenting, then he got the come on, man. What are you doing, man? What's going on? It's one of those things. So I always tell people, be you, man. Don't try to be something that you're not. If you're not a toxic dude, don't try to be a toxic dude, because it ain't gonna be able to be sustainable. Be yourself, because that's more sustainable at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. They say like most of my questions segue into other questions. I ain't trying to take up a bunch of time. I mean, I think they good questions, but
right,
you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't trying to hog the mic.
Somebody else probably got the same question.
Yeah. All right. Let me get Fasashi, and then we'll ask to see if what's the name, and then chat. Put your questions in the chat too. Fasashi, you got any questions on YouTube or anything like that?
Sure, not right now. I'm taking this medicine right quick.
Oh, okay, man. You gotta get well. That boy getting ready for that butt whooping in a couple of weeks. I get it. Gotta get ready. Cole, what any other questions that you may have?
Yeah, one question that I had was, how often should I upload? I know short form content, I'm uploading every day. That's off rip. You know what I'm saying? But I get anxiety where I can't determine okay, how often should I upload my long form? You know what I'm saying? Maybe every 2 days, every 3 days. Should I let the video, marinate in the algorithm for 2-3 days, then post another one? You know what I'm saying?
I got a good one. That's what I know that one.
Yeah,
I know this question
But
right
I don't
You got that, Matt.
one is it varies. One, depending on content. So if people not making 2K content, but we talk about 2K content.
Yep.
I got to 20,000. I would think pretty much 20,000 subscribers, posting 2, maybe 3 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need to post every day. But at the same time, I got to 20,000 subscribers posting 2 to 3 days a week. What would have happened if I would have posted every day, like I'm doing now, or try to post every day of the week? Now it's up to you. Yesterday I didn't post a video. I had stuff to do with my family and I couldn't post. So it's up to you to figure out what your schedule is.
Mm-hmm.
But in 2K, it's okay to post every day. Now, when it comes to letting the video marinate, if you got a video like my Duke Dennis video, if you got a video that's going absolutely crazy, you might want to give it a day to let it really kind of continue to grow. Because when you post another video, sometimes YouTube backs off on that video that's going crazy and pushes your next video that you have up. So if you got a video that's going crazy, like I said, give it a day, let it marinate. If the views start to go down to what normal is, then bang, post that. But still get the next video ready. Have it ready, but post it right when you start to see that video go down. I wouldn't say in the 2K community, I wouldn't let my Duke Dennis video went crazy for a couple weeks. So I wasn't gonna wait no couple weeks. But if you see you post one and you post every 2 days or something like that, then maybe give it an extra day and post on that third day, and then go from there.
Yeah. Meccano, what's your idea on that?
Oh, I'm sorry, real fast. Unless the game is hot and it just came out, there's no limits when the game just come out, because there's gonna be people looking for everything. So you want to get as much content. Like I said, I'm gonna have probably 2 to 3 videos a day when 2K 24 comes out. So when the game just comes out, you throwing it out to the algorithm, to the community, and giving them a bunch of information, because everybody is trying to learn everything they can about the game.
Setting the bar high. Man, 2 or 3 a day?
Listen, I already took off from work from like the first week of the game, so I'm about to do 2 to 3 videos a day. I'm doing that. I told my family that I'm locked in.
Yeah, I
I'm trying to,
already took off work to, you know what I'm saying, record, edit, all that. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
Yep.
saying?
no, I feel it.
I feel you.
McKenna, what about you? What's your thoughts on that posting schedule?
Yeah, yeah, I'm with Mac. Like I said, I don't, and I'm glad he explained the details. Me, I'm a volume person, but I'm also timing. I think kind of also matters.
Yes.
I know when I post in the morning, right? And this might, and Mac can probably explain a little bit more on this. When I post in the morning, let's say 9, 10, although my analytics will say most of my viewership is later in the day, right? I feel like my videos get more traction when I post early in the day, right? Opposed to like, I don't like posting late anymore. Like when I was posting videos, like when 2K first came out, I'm posting like three a day or whatever I learn, I'm posting it, right? But normally I will post, get my videos ready and get it ready to show that next morning, probably about 9, 10 o'clock. I'm in Central. I'll let it go, and then the latest I want to post a video is like 1 or 2. So maybe I'm a 2 a day person. I don't want to post in the evening, although a lot of people do still view it, but it just doesn't get the same traction as in the morning and the afternoon. So that'd be my thoughts on that.
No, I feel
just
that.
to get
Probably two.
more insight on it. The big creators are comfortable, so they're most likely gonna post their stuff at the most opportune times.
Right.
So by the time, if you post late, by the time they get to your video, people are already 2K'd out. They're ready to relax. Some people do like to watch videos before they go to bed, but most people are already, they've seen the video, maybe even covering something that you already said.
Right.
In the morning, you're getting your stuff out before everybody.
Yep.
And then people waking up to the videos. And then, like I say, you're beating the bigger creators before they pull all the viewers to theirs. Because even myself, like I say, I feel like now I'm moving into the level of mid-sized creator.
Yep.
But even me, when the build videos and stuff came out, they posted them things an hour early. I'm still mad about that. Not mad, but I'm just a little salty about that. But I woke up early just so I can be on like an hour and a half before they put the stuff out, but they posted an hour early, so all the big creators came in. So instead of having a stream like I've been having for days before that, where I have 500, 600 people in the stream, now I got 100, 200 people in the stream because the big creators snatched up a big chunk of my audience.
Yeah.
So that's usually why it's easier when you're smaller to start working the mornings and early afternoons than to try to go into prime time when the big creators come on in the evenings.
Right, 100%. I would say, just to add to that, is find a schedule that works with you.
Yep.
I know when you hear Max saying 2 to 3, if you can't really do 2 to 3, it may not.
Time.
You know what I mean? It may not work for you, right? And you got to think about Mac 2 to 3 is gonna hit different than your 2 to 3 because you just starting, right? So your objective is, I gotta build quality enough to get some channel authority. It's more than just putting out 3 videos. Mac is established where even if he put out not the OD time spent in editing on every video, they're going to click because it's Mac. You know what I'm saying? He got enough following where he's going to get people that come and watch. You're starting off from the scratch. So you don't have that opportunity for, I'm going to give you 3 chances. No, you're going to probably get 1. And then that's going to be your group for a little bit, and then you're going to get another group. So I would encourage you, just starting off, come with something that you can do consistently. Maybe post your first one, right? Most of the times, I always say, if you're going to do one video, then do a video that can oversee like multiple things, like one thing. Like, for example, I'll give you this. People going to do build videos when the game come out. That's the first thing people going to do first. The best build, the best this, the best that, the best this, right? Yep. So if they're going to do the best, then the best builds, then you say top 5 best point guard builds, because they're going to give you 1. You give somebody 5 options. So now when you go to your video, there's 5 point guard options, but when I go to Joe Knows, he only gave me 1. But I may go to you now because he like, hey, man, he gave me 5 of them things. He gave me 3 of them things. He gave me more more bang for my buck. Cause I can go and watch Joe Knows video, cause and it could be like 15 minutes, and he got that channel authority to demand 15 minutes, and people gonna watch for 15 minutes because he's Joe Knows. You not Joe Knows yet, don't nobody know who you is. So what I gotta do is I gotta stand out, and I gotta be straight to the point, precise, and I gotta be real good with what I'm giving. I just can't say, hey, here's 5 best point guard builds. And there's no explanation. I'm not even giving you no context on the build. What makes some builds the best and those things. I just lost somebody, quote unquote, what is it called? What's the word I'm thinking? I'm thinking of the word trust. I lost their trust because they came to my video because they said they're going to get 5 best point guard builds, right? And I gave them 5 best point guard builds, but I didn't explain nothing. Imagine if I'm trying to sell you a car and you don't even know what kind of car I'm about to sell you. I just say, I'm about to sell you 5 Mercedes-Benz. You don't know what type of Mercedes-Benz. You don't know what comes in a Mercedes-Benz. You don't know why these Mercedes-Benz are what they are. I'm going to be like, I don't want to buy your Mercedes-Benz. It feels like, unless I already want to buy it. But I'm going to go to those people that's already sold me already. If J-Mac put 5 best, I know J-Mac is he's stamped. He's stapled. I'm going to trust J-Mac. I may not trust Cole just yet. So I got to build that. So when you put out content, you don't have to put out 15 different videos because, again, you still up and coming. Put out 3 good videos because those 3 good videos is going to be better than 15 just putting out videos. Does that make sense? And so I want you to think about from that context. And like you said, use your short-term video to get more stuff out. I know what 2K and analytics say, you don't want to put out more than 3, especially just starting off, because it does bad for the channel retention. But if you want to put out something in the beginning, I would say start off slow, put out 1 good one, put out 3 for the week, 1 on Monday, 1 on Wednesday, 1 on Friday, or maybe Tuesday, Thursday, whatever your schedule is, and then put out short term to enhance those long terms, because now you building channel authority, you building trust, you building consistency, and then you don't have to feel that anxiety. I got to keep up with J-Mac. I got to keep up with 2K Mechanic. I got to keep up with Bait. They dropping 6. I only drop 1. If you make 1 great one that's better than our 6, people gonna look to your channel now, because now they're gonna be like, yo, Cole made good videos. He ain't dropping 3 or 6 of them. You know what I'm saying? But that one, it hit. That one, it was good. And he gave me short-term stuff. So you don't have to feel like you have to keep up with everybody else. Do something that works well for you. And then if you want to bump it up to 2 and 3 when the next year come out, or when you start getting your traction, or whatever the case may be, then you can start switching it up. But I would say start manageable, man, because you will get burnt out. Yeah. You will get burnt out, and it's just a thing, because you don't want to give yourself a point where you're like, damn, I just made that video. I don't want to do that again, because you're gonna have to do that again. And Mac can test to that. 2K can test to that. You're gonna feel like you're doing redundant videos over and over again, but it's never doing it redundantly, because there's always a way to improve. It's always to get better. Does that make sense?
And for some of my people, I ain't say some, but we mostly probably old heads up here. People who got their jobs and stuff like that. Like I said, I was in the Army, and at times I would have to put like 14-hour shifts. Like some of those days I didn't upload when I was supposed to, because I was exhausted. I needed to take that break to get it. So, like you say, upload what fits your schedule. Yeah. And then once you start seeing that improvement, and you maybe could take a little less time off your job, or maybe you might even make the jump to go full time, I will definitely suggest getting a little bit up there before you do that. But then you can start posting more and more video.
No, 100%. I know, Reed, you said you got a lot of questions. What's another question?
I wanted to add another
yeah.
On that question you just said. Another thing for me personally, and maybe that could help with some of the aspiring, like I'm not mid yet, I'm still kind of up and coming, is like what Mac just said, on your days where the work is longer, right? See, for me, I can post different, like based on, how people like my channel. For instance, I can post, like normally I do build videos, but people also like my rec videos, right? Mm-hmm. So if I had a rec video yesterday that I didn't edit yet, but I can edit, then I might throw that one up. You see what I'm saying? So now you can pick and choose content wise. This is after you kind of, built your audience a little bit. Now you can pick and choose content that may not be as heavy as your video that took you a day to do.
Right.
Like if that video might take you 2 hours to do and you already got in your head. Like for me, I got a list of thorough videos that I'm gonna do. Then I got a list of filler videos I could do. Like, you watch, like say like somebody watch anime or some cartoon, or they got stuff called filler episodes, right? In between the main arc or main story.
Right.
So from a content perspective, sometimes you can have filler content, right? So that you stay consistent.
Yeah.
Because one day you might be tired, and that one day turn to two, and then you might look and see certain people like J Mac and Bake going ham. They doing this, they posting every day. I ain't posted, so now you're like, dang, should I post? I don't know if it's gonna be good. You see what I'm saying? You start getting in your head a little bit.
Yeah.
Instead of just trying to stay consistent with it and have different types of content you could post.
Yeah.
When you don't feel like doing like those big edits.
No, real talk. Real talk. Reed, what's another question that you have?
All right. I'm also a musician.
Okay.
I got multiple YouTube pages, so I want to know, does it affect your monetization? Like, I was thinking of a strategy, like I can start getting paid early, is if I played my own music when I made my videos, so YouTube copyright infringe me, but pays me because I'm the actual owner of the music. When you go to monetize your channel, does that hurt like your eligibility for having like most of your content being copyright infringed?
Well, if it's when you got copyrighted music, then they take percentage of that video, and the person who got copyright to the music is they're gonna send you a notification to say this whatever company is filed a copyright on this video, and then they start to get bread from that video or whatever the case may be. But if it's your own music, you can't get copyright for something that you own. You know what I'm saying? It's yours. But if you put out music that ain't yours, that's owned by somebody's, then yeah, you do subject yourself to potentially getting your channel not necessarily demonetized, depending on like which kind of copyright you're doing, but you do subject your channel to potentially, losing out on more money or whatever the case may be. But even to get monetized, you got to have 1,000 subscribers and over 400. Is it 400,000 watch time? And did they
4,000?
100,000?
4,000.
Oh, 4,000. Yeah, 4,000 watch time hours, and then 1,000 subscribers. Right? Is that's
yep,
it?
That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah. So I would say, I know you think of, the money aspect, and that's good, but focus on getting those metrics first, and then when you get to that, you can start thinking about, all right, how do I continue to get bread, and how do I not get the most bread and not get my videos taken down or copyright strike. Mac, you want to touch base on that?
And then before you get monetized, or like right when you get monetized, there's a review of your channel.
Yeah.
And so they do take that into hand. Now, if you're using, like you say, copyright music, I'm pretty sure YouTube will still monetize you, but you'll just be giving your part of your money, if not all your money, to the creator of the music instead of yourself.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I am the creator, because I used to make other streamers play my music in their streams, and then I would earn the revenue from them playing my music in their streams.
And that's what a lot of music people and beat makers on YouTube do.
Yeah. Because if you play the game without cutting your music off, all those artists that played, like the 2K music, you getting from like every artist is because it's auto with the I forget what they call it. It's an algorithm that'll listen to see if your music in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll go and collect for you. But I was just like, if I did my own music, like I'm still collecting the money,
you still collecting the money because you earned the copyright of it.
That's yours.
Yeah, because all the time. Because like all the time that I'm not like working my way to the monetization threshold, like I could still be earning something, but I don't want it to hurt me in the long run.
Yeah.
Because I never had to apply for a channel to be monetized. Because with the music pages, that's how they monetize you. Like, you don't monetize your channel until you want to get to that threshold, but they just usually the third party, and they just collect the money for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's dope.
I never knew that.
I never knew that. No, I never knew that. We got a question in the chat. It says, two of them. what should I do first? Because I'm really wanting to start streaming. Like, what's the first step?
So I would say that's a hard question. Or it's not hard.
Yeah.
Like say, like Mechanic has said, first you just want to start.
Yeah.
Just go ahead, get over the barrier and just start. You don't need a cam, you don't need none of that stuff. And then if you get to that point where you want to start doing it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to streaming, when we're talking about growing and streaming, it is extremely hard. And I got a guy, Garcelle 2K. Y'all might have seen some of his wages.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help him out, a fellow military veteran. So I try to help, especially my vets. I try to help my vets out.
Yeah.
And I'm helping him trying to get better with his YouTube stuff. You grow faster when you have content other than just streaming. Now, it doesn't have to be long form videos. I feel like I am very good at long form. That's my thing. I absolutely suck at shorts. I am terrible. I cannot figure that out to save my damn life. But somebody like EJ is amazing at that short form videos.
Yeah.
And that's why his videos, his streams be having 1,000 on YouTube, 1,000 on Twitch, couple thousand on TikTok, because he is amazing with the short form. So you can grow extremely fast to where you can make a bunch of money streaming without having to make long form videos like me.
Yeah.
I just like long form videos. I don't even really watch shorts anyway. That's probably why I suck at them, because I don't even watch them. I like long form videos. I like somebody to actually break everything down. I hate when it's just a short, real fast. But yeah, so I would say, if you're going to stream, take clips or your start, and then take clips of your stream, funny moments and anything like that starting off, and then use those as shorts to try to bring more people in to your stream. Shorts and TikToks, and you can even use Instagram Reels and Facebook Reels. But that all still, especially Facebook Reels. For my job, Facebook Reels, they got a crazy algorithm. So it's a lot easier to get views on that. But then you start bringing those people into your streams.
Yep. I would say figure out what you want to like do what you want to do first, right? Like the most first. Like if you want to stream, start streaming, and then slowly turn that into content creating, and where you do that, like Mac was saying, you turn it into shorts. If you want to do long term and you want to do breakdowns and things like that, and from the streams, you can do that, right? You do your stream, take your videos, and then edit them bad boys up. But if streaming is your source, right, where you're getting all the information, then I will encourage you, when it comes to stream, have a schedule, right? The more organized you are with your streams, the better. You don't have to have a set time. I mean, that works for some people, but we get it. Sometimes times don't work. Just have days. I always say do days, and then once you have a time set, then you can add times. But days is better. I mean, it's just as good. Hey, y'all, my stream schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I don't have the times yet. You just know, get your noties on. You know that's when we going live. Now, when you start to get real specific and you treat it like a job, then you like, yo, we going at 7 o'clock every day, because there's some streamers that does this for a business. They make bread, Zuko, and they go every time at a certain time, and they treat it like a job. They clock in, then they clock out. You know what I'm saying? But in the beginning, just start streaming. Start. Take your content, put them in the shorts, put them in the long term, but continue to be consistent with your streams or whatever the case may be. And then, that can help. What about you, Mechanic? What's your idea for somebody, like where to start? I don't know where to start.
Like we said before, you're talking about starting between like long short videos or streaming?
Is that the question? Know where to start, like stream, shorts, long term. Where do we start at?
So I'm not a big streamer. I'm trying to stream more now. J-Mac and Bake, they've been streaming long time, so I can't really talk on the streaming side of it. But as far as like short videos, whether you're doing shorts or long-term videos, right? It's just, you gotta, do it first. Do one of your first. Like, first, it starts with an idea.
Yeah.
Right. Everything starts with an idea. So if you're thinking about doing a channel, right, you probably already have some ideas of videos that you've watched and that you liked. Like for me, when I'm doing anything new, right, where you gotta be creative or something like that, then I take somebody else's and try to recreate it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? You could take one of your favorite content creators' videos and you want to do something like that, then do it the way you would like to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could do it line by line, right? So if I seen like for instance, like when I was learning to do thumbnails or whatever, and I don't know too crazy with thumbnails, but I can do what some of your favorite YouTubers do, right?
Right.
So I would look at I'm a reverse engineer type person. So I just look at the image, and then I'll be like, okay, they did this, they did that, they did that. All right, let me recreate that.
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of video and content, right? If you've never did it before, it's a lot of things, right? You want to see how you sound, just record yourself, right? Record yourself or the clip that you got. Start with clips. That's the easiest thing, right? You could take clips on Xbox. You could do clips on PlayStation.
Fact.
Take your clips, and then once you clip something, then try to edit it in on PlayStation or Xbox. They got edited tools within those platforms. Or if you got your laptop and or a desktop, if you got Elgato or something like that, which I don't think most people have, I think you could upload your clips to a cloud or share it on your Twitter. I know a lot of people share clips straight to their Twitter from their console, and then you can rip it from your Twitter and edit it however you want to do it. But yeah, just start taking clips.
Yeah.
Funny clips or whatever. Just start with clips and then work your way from there.
Nah, 100%. Hey, Uncle Drew just joined. Drew, any questions you got about YouTube? Anything you want to learn? No.
Not for real. Like,
He said not for real.
not for like I'm listening and I heard what y'all was saying about the short form and the long form. I was told before I start streaming and stuff like that, it'll be easier if I build a platform outside of streaming and then just segue people into pipeline people into coming to my streams and stuff like that.
Okay, I feel it. Cole, you got any more questions?
Yeah, similar to the question I asked already. I'm sorry, I'm on the bus and it's loud. Probably, I probably can't hear me, but
No, you good.
Yeah, you good. You good.
So balancing the short and long form. So should I post the short first, then my long form, then another short, then another short? You know what I'm saying? What type of schedule should I have? Because I know I want to post shorts almost every day, like I said before. So will that affect my views if I post a short, then my long form video, then another short, probably like 2-3 hours later, then another short?
So, I can explain this by using EJ as an example.
Mm-hmm.
First off, you got to know what is your main thing.
Yep.
EJ's main thing is his shorts, and he uses that to lead it into his streams, which that's where he make his money.
Yep.
Me, I use my long form video to make my money, and I use my streams to connect with my audience.
Yep.
So I don't care about necessarily making a bunch of money on streams. I use that to connect with y'all more. So we can, and plus I'm a people person, so I really like y'all. That make my day when I be in there streaming with y'all talking and laughing.
Right.
But yeah, it's meant to connect more with my audience. So you have to understand or figure out what do you want to be your main thing. And sometimes, like you say, starting out, you just do you kind of make it sound like shorts is already your main.
Yeah, it seems like you're going to do short.
So keep going that route. But just say your YouTube long form starts to kind of take off and you want to transfer your focus to long form, then transfer your focus to long form and then go that route. But it is harder to get, and I see this from EJ, this is the example I was saying, it is harder to get people to come from short form to long form because the viewing habits for people are different.
Yep.
So you have to kind of understand that if you're not going to get, like say you get 1 million views short, it's going to be harder to get 500,000 of those. It's going to be way hard to get just half of those people 500,000 views on your long form video. Because EJ could get multi-million shorts, but his YouTube videos be having like a couple thousand views on it. So
I would say this. I don't want you to get in the habit of just posting just to be posting. EJ posts very strategic and specifically. When he posts is stuff from his live stream, and it's a way to get you to come to his live stream. Don't just be posting. Yeah. Okay. So if that's what you said, that's what you want to do.
That's what I already do.
Okay.
So
So
do
yeah.
I
Yeah.
continue off that, or
So yeah, if that's what you're doing, then you want to be strategic about how you post it, right? If EJ it's a lot of entertainment that comes with that. So what he does, he posts something that's entertaining to be like, if you missed out on what we did last stream, so you better make sure you come to this stream. And then there's a consistency on the style of the short. Every short that EJ posts, it has a pattern, it has a consistency, it has a theme. They're not just posting just random shorts. It's a system with it. And so when you post, let's say for example, what's your channel gonna focus on?
I'm thinking more towards entertainment.
Okay.
And, on the side, like stuff.
So when you say entertainment, what kind of entertainment? What are you trying to do? Like what EJ exactly doing, or something different?
My IRL's probably trolling me, you know what I'm saying, or subs trolling me probably,
Okay.
or just trying to make a jump shot video and failing miserably, you know what I'm saying.
Okay. So like you try something and don't succeed at it, and you want to try to create that in your shorts. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. So for example, if let's say best jump shot going wrong is your title of your short, you want to show like you got to build up like, man, starting up, you create this shot. This jump shot is going to be goated. It's going to be lit. It's going to be the greatest jump shot ever made. Promise you, put on this, that. And then you get in the game, and then you got to transition your music. Your music got to transition to when you actually on the court, because it's showing how bad it is. Maybe you do the clown music. Or it even more dramatic music that change. And then you have to create that emotion, right? It's more than just, hey, I put out a jump shot, then I miss, or whatever the case may be. So with yours, like, you got to have a system. It's like for something like a video like that, it's got to have a system. It got to have a pattern. So how you start, I want to get my viewers to think this jump shot is goated. I want them to get with the music, the style of music. You're going to be like, yo, that video about that jump shot got to be lit. He put Kobe, Mike, and he got Steph Curry base. It got to be lit. And then you see it, and it's trash. It's awful. You go 1 for 10. You get what I'm saying? Now you created an entertainment like, what's he going to do next, right? Then you say the best, whatever. Maybe that's your theme, the best something that goes wrong. And then everything you do, you show like how you thought it was going to be great, but then it's a counter to it. And then everything that was supposed to go wrong turned to being great. I made the ugliest jump shot and whatever the case may be, but it's a system with it, with the music, with the style, with the pacing. When you do shorts, you got to keep them engaged in like 60 seconds, right? So it's more than just posting a video and doing like that. Because when EJ posts, it's text at the end of it. He posts the highest moment of that moment that happened in the stream, and he creates that moment live in 60 seconds to make you be like, I need to go to the next live stream because that thing was lit. And so when you post stuff like that, you got to make sure you know your theme and your system and your patterns on how you post, because that's going to improve your shorts, and then that's going to better off your live streams. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
And an advanced tip, EJ goes into his streams trying to create those moments.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not streaming just to play 2K. He's streaming, and that's how he gets people to come in. He say, okay, I give you $30 so it can get a lot more people to come. And then he trolls them throughout the whole game trying to get those moments. And then he clips them in the stream. And then, like they say, go and edit it afterwards. So
yeah.
I got a quick question for y'all.
Okay. Who is that? Which one is that?
Ted.
Okay, what up, Ted?
what's up, bro?
I wanted to ask, like, how did y'all find y'all niches when it came to this content creation stuff?
Ooh.
Because I know there's a lot of different, things that you can do. I was thinking about doing things that I actually like, but then again, everything that you like isn't gonna get you the views that you might want,
Right.
That's real.
Yeah.
But it makes it easier for you to keep creating content. So you kind of got that risk reward or find that balance of something that I like. So when I came with mine again. I said it. Learn from your mistakes, learn from your successes, and learn from others. So I was going on a nice little run. It was nothing like I'm doing now, but I'm just saying, in the beginning, everything is slow. But I'm still growing. I'm getting some subscribers and getting more views. And then I was making content, even though I knew I like to play big man / ISO bigs. I like to dribble with my big man. I was still trying to do guard stuff, and I was just all over the place. I was doing like VC stuff, VC glitches that got snatched down by 2K. I still got a copyright on my channel from that. And then I seen Hezi Sosa. He was a guy who had a similar play style to me, and I still think he was better than me at the play style with dribbling with big man builds. But I looked at him go from in a week, went from 0 subscribers to 1,000 subscribers. And he didn't really know what he was doing, but I was looking because I study everybody else too. And I seen the pattern of his channel was he just consistently make builds about big man builds. Videos about big man builds and how to dribble with big man builds and what type of build this is for a big man build to dribble with, what moves he used with the big man build to dribble with, gameplay of him dribbling with big man builds when he had good gameplay. And so I said, I like big man builds too, but I'm doing all over the place. Let me focus my channel in and just focusing on this stuff. And my channel exploded. Then I ended up passing him, not saying it's a competition. I'm just saying then my stuff kept going and I took off. So what up 1K? And Seals, I see you. I think you keep asking the same question. I sent you a message 3 times. So yeah, that's how I figured out I knew what my play style was and what I wanted to focus in on, or I didn't know what I wanted to focus in on YouTube, but I knew what play style I liked. And then once I seen that confirmed to me that I need to just focus in on my play style and stuff that surrounded my play style and then go from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if you really don't have a play style though?
Hold on. No, I'm save that question though, because I want you to say that question. Mechanic, what's your thoughts on that? About should you do what you like to do, or should you how did you find your niche?
Yeah, I 100% think you should start around what it is that you already like to do because you like it for a reason, right? So it will make, from a content perspective, a little easier for you to make that, because what you don't want to do is get into a particular area where you're making content that really ain't what you like to do.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're going to get burnt out real quick and then you're going to run out of ideas because that ain't naturally what you like to do.
100%.
So me, I always like doing builds. That's just the gamer in me. So me providing those builds, and I play on a multitude of builds so I can showcase. Like Max say, big men and guards gonna always have love on YouTube, because that's pretty much the what people like to do is either little guard or a big build. The tweeners don't get much love. They get a little bit, but yeah, you should definitely focus your content on what it is that you already like to do.
Yeah, I would say 2 things. You put them together, right? Find something that you like to do and find something that people are searching for, right? Because if you like to do it but nobody's searching, yeah, you may get views, but it ain't it's gonna take super long for it to grow. So find a niche that is something that you can see yourself enjoying rather than just doing it because everybody else is doing it. Like for me, I like defense, right? That's when I saw everybody doing all these other videos about best jump shots, best dribble stuff, best, but it was no community for the defense like that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was really teaching people how to play defense. And then we always talk about the defense is trash, but nobody was putting nothing out there to try to improve. So that's how I got to my niche. I was like, I like defense. I enjoy that aspect of defense. I don't care about the moving of the sticks. I give y'all props for the people that can flip, for the mechanics in the J-Max that can flick. I can't do that. But I'm simple, but I lock your butt up, you know what I'm saying? And I can still get buckets, and that was my mindset. So I was like, LDG gang, lockdown gang in the building. Like, let's put content that's going to help people be better defenders. And then I start seeing, even though the community was small, you know what I'm saying, it was still cool for me. You know what I mean? You got to understand, too, maybe your community that you're doing, it may not take off because it's very small right now, you know what I mean? But right now, if you are locked down, this is your year. Like, for real, this is gonna be your year because everybody and their mama gonna be trying to make lockdowns, number one, Everybody and their mama gonna be trying to figure out how to play defense. Number 2, everybody gonna figure out what's the best badges for locks, what's the best way to play lock, how to get steals. This is your year if you're trying to do lockdown content, because it's the year of lockdowns. It's the year of big man builds.
Yep.
It's the year of a lot of these things. So even though you didn't get traction back then, you know what I'm saying? Imagine if I'd have kept being consistent, right? People be coming to your boy Bake like, Bake, what's your lockdown you gonna make? Because I built that channel authority, but I took breaks in whatever. But that's what I would tell you. Find something that you like, find something that you can find yourself enjoy doing, and something that people are searching for, so you can get the best of both. Because you may like something, but it don't get searched that often, and you may make great videos, but nobody's looking for it. Remember, YouTube is a platform to get searched. It's a Google search. It's people looking for information. They're looking to be entertained. Motivation is on there, but most of the biggest one is education. And entertainment is up there. So if you providing one of those and you giving them one of those, then people are gonna be finding and trying to look for your channel. I think, what was that? Tez had a question though. I think it was Tez, or who was that? Yeah. What was you about to say? What was you about to say?
First of all, appreciate the mechanic on that advice you gave me. But I was wondering, like, what if you don't really have like a single one thing? Like, 'cause like I play the crap out of 2K.
Right.
And I make like 100 builds within a year for real. Like I'll make them max them out and leave and make another one. Like for real.
Got money.
I make a lot of builds.
You got time.
Well, you know what? It's not really that I have money. Like, I really don't do anything else. You know what I'm saying? I go to work and then I get on the game. You know what I mean? So like I put money to the side just to do that. You know, big man builds, point guards, shooting guards, small forward, power forward. I make every position. Like how do I get that out there?
You just got to make a decision, man.
I focus on defense with one build, and I focus on shot creating shots with another build, and passing with the point guard. Like a lot of point guards don't like to pass first; they like to score first. But I pass first, and then I also had a question about like I play on a monitor, but I don't have a hard drive. When I get a hard drive, do I need to get another monitor so I can have like the game on this monitor and like the editing and stuff like that on the other monitor?
So you can use one monitor. I started off with one monitor. You don't need two. You just use your PlayStation to record your content, or your Xbox. Xbox even has it easier. I don't know if PlayStation.
Yeah, I got both of them.
Xbox, you can go connect to your Xbox through your computer, and then you can just pull the clips from your Xbox straight to your computer, so you don't even need a hard drive.
Right.
So I can use a laptop to do all that?
Yep, you can use a laptop. Yeah. I got a laptop now. Now I put a little bit of money into it, but
what's the best one? Apple or Mac or
that's to each his own when it comes to that one. But Mac usually, because they don't give you too cheap stuff with PC, with Windows stuff, you can buy something super cheap that's not gonna be good for what you needed to do. Mac usually costs more because it's gonna be able to do what you needed to do. So it's easier, I guess, the barrier of entry with a Mac to go start there. But it just depends on what you do. Like I say, I had an old desktop that was Intel i5, the first generation. So it'll be slow to edit, but you can still use it.
Right. I would say in regards to if you want to do a channel that focuses on everything, then you have to go into a channel that's about like information. So like a 2K Toots, a 2K Labs.
Okay.
You get what I mean? That's your niche. It's like there's no specific build, like no specific niche. It's like 2K as a whole, but I'm helping you get better as 2K. So today we're doing this. Today we're doing bad stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like their thing is teaching you information in the game. Now, if you want to do tutorials, there's other channels. I forgot. There's an up and coming dude. He does really, really great tutorial videos.
I know who you're talking about.
And they really good too. And he got good thumbnails on how to like do step backs or how to utilize certain moves in the game. And they're very well done, really thorough out. So if you want to go that route, then that's going to be your thing. So I would encourage you to have a system on what kind of video you're going to be posting, right? Because let's say, for example, what happens is that people come for one particular stuff. So if you have a day that you know you're going to post point guard stuff on, put it on that day. So then they at least know, if I know I ain't coming for, Monday's point guards, I may not watch the point guards, but I may watch it, because then you're going to get people they don't know when you're going to post what. Is it going to be a point guard? Is it going to be a big? Is it going to be this? Is it going to be a badge? Is it going to be this? So structure that. So then you got it where Monday may be tutorials. Wednesday may be badge breakdowns. Friday may be gameplay commentaries. So now it can be a different build, right? Then Wednesday can be badge related. Friday can be commentary. So now you got a system, right? So it don't feel like it's all over the place. You know what I mean? And that keeps endless content for you to continue to make, because what happens is when you do everything, it's hard. People ain't going to come for everything. They're going to come for one thing. And that's why we talk about finding your niche. So if you're not going to do niche down, then you got to make sure it's structured so it feels like it's niche down, even though it's a little bit of everything. Does that make sense?
It do make sense. That's why I was thinking about just doing dunking for that, because my mind was going everywhere. I'm like, man, I don't know how to get all that out. And like you said, like YouTube is a search platform. People literally when I use it, I type in exactly what the hell I'm looking for.
Right.
One more question. For editing software, I do have a MacBook. I don't know if y'all got MacBooks as well, but
I got
what
MacBook.
would y'all? What would you encourage for editing?
I would say off the rip, you could go. Can you use CapShot, or can you use that on Mac? Can they? What is it called, y'all? I said it earlier. CapCut.
It's CapCut. You can use CapCut on Mac.
Okay, I would say if you don't have bread, use CapCut and use iMovie. Those are good enough to start off, and then eventually when you start getting in the flow and you learn editing and stuff like that, then you could try to get Final Cut Pro or whatever the case may be. But you don't need the Final Cut or Sony Vega and none of that to be successful. Use the free stuff, learn the free stuff, master the free stuff. So when you buy the software stuff, then you can add to it. You can get better and add more. You get what I'm saying? But you don't need, you already got what you need. You got CapCut, iMovie, use that, learn that, improve on that. And then eventually when you master that and you want to get more depth and more stuff available to you, then upgrade. But you don't need that off the rip, if that makes sense.
I'm trying not to get trapped. I'm trying not to get, I like playing 2K, but I don't want to get trapped in the thing of only being a 2K person. I want to be able to play all games. But I've been playing games since I was a kid.
Right.
And I used to watch people do tutorials for all these different games. And
right.
I don't want people to look at my channel. It's all 2K stuff. I want to be able to do a lot.
Mechanic, you want to test to that? Somebody who want to play all different games?
Hey, what's up, fellas?
I'll let J Mac touch that, then I'll follow up on him, because he's done multiple channels, so he can kind of talk about separating the content out a little bit.
Yep. So I see Cole in here. I be looking at people's channels and I be subscribing to them and I go check in. I feel like Cole is a perfect example. And I can tell you this face to face, not nothing bad. I'm talking about how I feel like you need to separate your channel from your music reactions and then a 2K channel. I feel like your music reactions get more traction than your 2K stuff. Yeah. But when you do 2K stuff on a music channel, people are not going to want to watch it because they don't play 2K, and it's going to hurt your channel more than you can. What I will say, if you're trying to make videos or shorts and stuff like that, whatever is the main subject for that channel, make that type of content.
Yeah.
Don't make multiple, just saying for my boy Cole, don't make music reactions and 2K stuff, especially when it's music reactions that most people probably in 2K ain't listening to, on the same channel. But that's why they have streaming platforms like Twitch and Kick. So now you can stream doing multiple things, but for your channel, like YouTube or TikTok and stuff like that, I see this with my little power sports channel I do at work, and with my 2K channel and the little stupid channel that I did before. People, I don't know how people care about celebrities, but they seem to care about that. Just irks my nerves. That's why I stopped doing that channel. But when you're making the videos and stuff, it helps the algorithm better find more people that's going to like that type of content, meaning now you can build your channel a little bit faster, maybe a lot bit faster, and then you can make more money, because that's the bottom line of it. At the same time, some people might just only want to make it to get some side money, but shoot, even if you can pay for the video game that you're playing, because that was my goal initially. I was like, maybe I'll do something good, but at the worst case scenario, I can make some money to pay for 2K and I ain't got to pay for it myself. So yeah, I will always separate, except for on the streaming platforms, when streaming is more about the person. So then you stream and for people watch you for you. So I know I probably could do more than 2K. I won't get the same amount of viewers when I play 2K,
Right.
but people are gonna watch me because they're watching me stream and not necessarily the game.
Yeah. Mechanic, what you about to say to that?
Yeah, I second that. I just wanted to make sure me and Mac was on the same page. With the way the algorithm works, you won't be able to pull in that same viewership if you spread your content. That is why you see a lot of your popular YouTubers, they'll have like a such and such reacts or such and such gaming channel.
Yeah.
Because they separate the main purposes of each channel. So whatever content is on that channel reaches that target audience.
Yep.
Right. When you start doing too much, then you're not gonna really get too much attraction like that. So I definitely think, and then you can make more money. You can make more money that way too.
And once you get big, then it kind of doesn't matter.
Right.
But
Yeah.
starting out,
Yeah, you don't want to start off.
wanna.
If you gonna start off, if like for somebody who said I want to play multiple games, then your channel is a gaming channel, and you have to figure out, it's gonna be what kind of games you gonna play. Because if it's all sports games, then you have to do like my career stuff. I just want you to know it's gonna take time to grow. But if you do multiple games, then it has to be a theme to the games that you play. So, for example, there's this dude called Rad Brad. He does walkthroughs, and he plays all types of different games. But it's a specific thing that he's doing. He's not playing multiplayer one day or another thing. No, it's only walkthroughs of the multiplayer. So if you're going to do a gaming channel and you want to play all different games, then you got to make sure all those games is within the genre of what you playing. You get what I'm saying? So if it's sports, then you make a sports gaming channel. So then it's about my players or my team. You get what I mean? So now it's about my team or whatever the case may be, but it has to be consistent theme along all the spaces. Those channels are hard to grow. I just want you to know that. They are hard to grow, but you can do it. It's just going to take a little bit longer time because people going to come to your channel and for different stuff. You get what I'm saying? So that's another one of those things. If you play multiple games, make sure the theme is consistent and post them on different days. So Monday is 2K, Wednesday is Madden, other day is MLB. We don't recommend it because it takes super long to grow because your channel is always going to be inconsistent. So, but if you do walkthroughs, that's different because everybody's going to play that game. Once the game is done, they do the next one. And that's why Rad Brad is who he is, man. He just cool dude. You don't know what he look like, but he got every game and he plays it all the way through. And he's a cool guy. He's nothing crazy, nothing over the top. It's just, oh man, this is pretty cool. Yeah, this right here is da-da-da-da. And then boom, you leave. He just gave you, and the thumbnails are intriguing. And it's just a walkthrough of the game, and he's been doing that for 10 years, and it works for him. So again, it's harder to do with sports, but if you want to do like other games, like action and adventure games, then create a channel that's specific on walkthroughs for games. You get what I mean? Does that make sense? Because you don't want to do 2K Madden because there's a Madden community, there's a 2K community, there's MLB, there's a FIFA community. It's harder for sports. But for a single player game, you can do a God is War, Spider-Man, Halo, Starlight, Fallout. These are all single player games that people will gravitate to. You know what I mean? Once you beat it, hey, what games do you want me to play next? And then you start to build that interaction with your community, and that helps you out. A few more questions because I it's been great. But, we ain't going to be here all day. We definitely want to save it for another day. But I'm loving the questions and the feedback. And if you got questions, you can always go to our channels, hit us up, put it in the comment. Hey, what up, do whatever. When we in stream, ask questions that way. I see Mega Black Gaming. We haven't heard from Mega Black Gaming. You got any questions about YouTube, or you just in the space, just chilling?
What's up? What's up, guys?
What's up?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, bro.
Yeah, all right. So I've been in here since the beginning. I just didn't want to interrupt anybody. It's a lot of key point things that was said, and I guess my main thing is where I was coming from. You have people that comes from different platform. Like myself, I started off streaming off Facebook, right? So I was never into the whole YouTube thing because I know you guys put in a lot of work on that side, and I have zero knowledge of anything about YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a platform where I would stream from my PlayStation 2 or not PlayStation 2, PlayStation 4. But at the same time, when it comes to editing, those are stuff that I was lack of knowledge when it comes to that. So my question, my question to the to you guys, for people that are transitioning from other platforms and want to go the YouTube route, how would you suggest to market that? As because you could take your following base. Let's say you have maybe 45,000 followers on Facebook. But obviously with Facebook algorithm, people don't even get the notification to when you go live anymore. So
Mm-hmm.
what strategy would you use to gather at least some of the people to come with you over to the YouTube side? Because I know when people transition from YouTube to Twitch, it's their fan base that's already on YouTube and they follow them on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm learning when it comes to that in that aspect. But I guess that's the challenge that I have. And I know somebody brought up the word toxicity. If you're gonna be a toxic person, be that, but don't try to be it if you're not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I kind of live that. It's not that I want to be toxic, but I've endured that with the 2K community because when people see you doing something good in the 2K community, where say let's say like you're winning, but it's always that one person that's gonna come on your stream and test you.
Yeah.
And then when you start getting that test over and over and over, so that kind of had make me stop streaming for a while because I find myself in a position that I didn't want to be in.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I don't want to be toxic because of the job that I do. I deal with toxic people every day. I don't want to come on the game to deal with that as well because the game is something that I enjoy.
Right.
So I guess what type of key points would you guys give for people that's trying to transition from a dead platform to trying to start from scratch into a new platform?
Mac, you can start that because you got multiple stuff. I know you do multiple things.
So one, that is always a hard thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
I can say it from um TikTok is still the hottest platform out right now
Yep.
for my job that I do, and it's still hard to get those people to come from TikTok to YouTube or whatever like that. I put in videos, full video is on YouTube and stuff like that, and you still rarely get people to go because most people are stuck to a platform that they do. The thing that I would say, and I do this on my personal 2K channel, because I started up Twitch. Um, so I one try to offer something more on Twitch. On YouTube, we know we can't have music playing because we get copyrighted. But I have music playing on Twitch. So then if somebody wants to come over there from Twitch,
Mm-hmm.
from my YouTube to Twitch, they know they can enjoy some music or request music and stuff like that. But when it comes to coming to YouTube, the biggest thing on YouTube is just being patient and just that grind of growing.
Yeah.
YouTube does a very, very good job when getting you your audience if you're going about the I guess you say the best practices of YouTube, which
Mm-hmm.
is like having a good thumbnail, um trying to keep people entertained in the video, not entertained I would say, but not interacting either, but just like watching the video,
Engaged.
having them watch the video, and then uh uh well really those are really the two main ones. So you trying to get the click and get people to watch. So thumbnail and then making sure the video is structured good enough so that people want to watch more and enjoy themselves. So it is hard. I understand exactly what you're saying, coming from one platform to another one, and there's no perfect way. Only thing I will say is make sure like you are either saying I got more content on YouTube or offering, maybe even trying to offer a little bit more on YouTube, do YouTube specific streams and post it on your Facebook
Mm-hmm.
to try to get people to come over. You'll get a few people because, like I say, I've done that with Twitch and it worked a little bit, but not nowhere that like I want. Like I say, I will have 100 people in my YouTube stream, and then I was like, "Hey, I'm going to Twitch," and then now I might get
Ooh.
10 of them to come over to my my Twitch stream. It's just like people don't seem to want to leave the platform that they're doing. So that just you just kind of got to grind that platform and you know, just kind of it's a grind, man.
It is. Mechanical, what you want to say to that?
Yeah, I don't have too much experience as far as especially Facebook and stuff. Like I'm still trying to um bring up my following on Twitch and probably TikTok.
Yeah.
And which I think once the game launch, I probably will go at it a lot harder. But if you're coming from those platforms to YouTube, it probably is a different animal, and trying to get your audience from those platforms over to a kind of a search longer form style platform will be hard. So you might have to kind of build more audience on YouTube to kind of sacrifice. I mean, not sacrifice, but kind of balance that out, because I don't think, like, they got a lot of people on TikTok.
Right.
I know somebody that got like 200,000 followers on TikTok, but you come to YouTube, he only got 4,000.
Yeah.
You see?
Yep.
So it's just one of those things. It's gonna be hard to bring different audiences to other platforms if they don't already kind of frequent those platforms for that particular content.
Yeah, I would say this. When it comes to trying to migrate people over, find out what's your main platform first, right? Because you got to understand, people go to these platforms for specific reasons. They're not going over there to get long term if they like TikTok. You know, they not going, like, Facebook is different than Instagram. Every platform is different. So you got to find what platforms you want to call your house, right? Because Twitch is different than YouTube, right? Every platform has their own unique stuff and their own unique community. And so when you start to try to get them to come to that community, to another community, you're going to have some pushback. You're going to have people like, nah, I'm cool, bro. I just want to stay over here. I'm not making that transition. So find your hub. For me, YouTube is my hub. It's forever and always going to be where I stream. I don't do multiple streams. I just stay on one foundation. But if I want to get the word out there to come to my hub, to introduce people to my hub, which is YouTube, then I'll use those other platforms to network and to promote my main thing at the end of the day, right? And so you got to figure out what's your main thing. Do you want TikTok to be your main thing? Do you want Twitch to be your main thing? Because if you're trying to make all of them your main thing, you're going to have some disconnect, because not everybody going to make that transition. Now, when it comes to streaming and dealing with toxic people, you got to block those people out. It's the hardest thing to do. But when you know who you're doing it for, why you're doing it for, you just get those people out your channel. You know, when you get moderators, get them people removed. But yeah, you're going to deal with the toxic people. There's going to be one person that texts you. There's going to be one person that hits you up and say you trash. You know, I put Lockdown Gang on my stuff. They'll come and beat me. Be like, you ain't no lock. You dog water. You trash. You. It's a game at the end of the day. I'm winning in life. You know what I'm saying? So I'll never let somebody who think they're powerful on a video game because they have a voice to say whatever disrespectful thing they can say. If they get a reaction out of me, I let them win at the end of the day. Sometimes, hey, I ain't gonna hold you. They get the best of you sometimes, depending on your day, depending on what you're going through, depending on life. Somebody will say some real wildish stuff. Got called the N-word. I didn't call fruitcake. I didn't call, somebody told me to suck they meat paws. I didn't heard it all. But in my head, I block that out. You know what I'm saying? And it becomes numb to the end, at the end of the day for me, because I know my why. I know what I'm putting out. And what I'm putting out, most people in my chat gonna stand up for me more than I even had to stand up for myself. I'm like, man, get that man out of here, man. They gonna be like, nah, Bake, hey man, Bake, he wildin', man. I got him out of there. They're gonna stand for you because of who you are. So don't feel you gotta be toxic because somebody else is toxic. Just be you. You know what I'm saying? Be true to you. And people that be rude, you can't control other people. That's what I always tell people, that you can't control what other people do. All you can do is control how you respond to it. If you respond negative, then they win, because that's what they did it for. They did it to get a reaction. So when you be like, cool, I see Mac do it all the time. Like, yeah, that's good for you, bro. You know, and he keep it pushing and he keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't give that type of stuff energy, and that helps you continue to do what you enjoy to do. But when it comes to the platform, find your main source, find your main hub, and then use the other sources to kind of network, to promote your main hub, to get them to come to the main hub, instead of trying to have multiple main hubs, because it gets hard. It gets tough. People got their own community for a reason. A few more Let's go to said. Said we haven't heard from said. Said you. I don't know if you trying to do YouTube, but any questions you have for YouTube or anything like that?
Yo, not really, man. I got to hear a lot about all this. I actually got all the streaming set up. I'm going to be using OBS and Streamlabs
Okay.
to go around the just using the regular Twitch so I can show my face, and I actually built the background and stuff like that.
Nice.
But no, this has been real informal. Listening to y'all about what to do and what not to do and stuff like that. I think the route I'm gonna take is if I was to do some 2K, it's just, I mean, there's a comp lobby and then there's just like fun to watch.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna go for the fun to watch, man. I ain't really trying to be informational or all deep like brutalism or nothing like that. but yeah, man. I think this today has been really good for people to learn.
Okay. Before
I learned a lot.
Yeah, appreciate y'all. And again, we could do more in-depth stuff where we can focus on thumbnails and we can actually look at your channel and break down what you're doing good, what you're doing right. And that comes with time, but you got to start somewhere. You know, that's why I wanted to do something that's like a start. Like, don't get caught up. Before I get to the end, I just want I want everybody at least have ask your question before we answer. Just ask it, and then when we gonna pick what question we want to answer. So I'm gonna start with Reed. What's your final question that you want to ask?
My final question, I guess this may be for J Mac. You familiar with the YouTube ad platform?
The ad platform, a little bit, yeah.
Cause like just because I come from the music background, so like most of the time when you putting out music and marketing it, it's to a cold audience. So like you gotta kind of just like use artists that are in your niche or whatever like that, and try to use it maybe an in-stream ad to lead them to the original video, or use a display ad and try to thumbnail bait, I call it, and like have your stuff in like relay. Like let's say if I got a certain sound and niche artist, like I sound like Gunna, so I'm gonna put my stuff next to Gunna, and hope I get the. I was thinking as a growth strategy. I don't know if you think this is like feasible enough in the 2K community, because like there's already an audience who's like going for the content, but like necessarily like not necessarily like copying content, but like let's say somebody making a build video. So I see they build video and I think it may be a little tweaked or whatever, but then like using ads to like maybe use a display ad to have my thumbnail pop up in the suggested, because they give you priority when using that
got you.
First thumbnail, or either using an in-stream ad, because how most people make the YouTube video or whatever. Like it's like they give you the bulk of the information in the beginning, and then it's like and then they kind of maybe go into whatever the intro may be and go to the video. But like using like, oh, this bill can do this, like click through here to use the actual video to be able to like force feed the traffic. Because like I've ran a lot of successful campaigns as far as music, but like I've never done it in the gaming space, and I've never even heard of anybody speak of it in the gaming space.
Yeah, that's I heard of what you're saying before, but yeah, I never thought of anybody doing that in the gaming space.
Yeah.
What I will say is,
sorry, my bad.
My traffic sources. So when it comes to my traffic sources of what brings in the most content, let me go to my analytics real quick. I can get them through here. My traffic sources is browse is my first one. Pretty much what I say. Oh, browse, search, and then suggested. Suggested is low for me. I see other type of channels where they work, like my sports one, even my little celebrity lifestyle living channel. Suggested was like a huge source. I don't know if suggested works as much with 2K.
Right.
You could try it, because I haven't never seen nobody do it. But one, you got to make sure the video has. I think because people so connected to whatever they're looking for when they watch a video from somebody, it's either they seen the, at least this is my thought process. They know the creator, or they seen the video that they like, so they clicked on it to watch it, or they search something, and then if it's not what they like, they just back out of it. I don't see too many people keep going down looking through the line. Like maybe when you look through comments, it does bring it up, but I don't know, man. That's interesting. You could try it and see. I don't know how good it'll be, but you got to make sure, one, the thumbnail got to be good so they can click on it. and then the video is good enough to like I would test videos out.
Yeah, because like
regular.
I'm into the whole like split test and A/B testing. Like I got a good background in
Okay,
as far as like running ads.
Gotcha. Yeah. So what I would say real fast, I'm always about doing free first. If you're gonna do that, find something that works, a style or something that works, and then use that as an ad to try to push it. Since you know, all right, this video type style, it gets pretty successful. All right, I'm gonna put this as an ad on there as the first suggested or whatever. And then if people click it, you know, you have a good idea that it's gonna work already.
Gotcha. Okay. Because like what I plan on doing too is like I know the game's gonna be really hot the first couple of weeks. So it's like if I kind of repurpose everybody's information and deliver it my own way and try to get out, like cram the algorithm the first day, I think I might be able to run up views. I also seen recently that they added an ad system for YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, so yeah, that could be good, man, especially with the game and being hot.
Try that out. See, you may be somebody that introduced something new to the platform. You know what I'm saying? Cole, final question, Mike. Cole, is he here?
Final question is, it be like certain stretches where my YouTube shorts don't get views for like a couple of weeks. I was wondering if that just me, you know, not having a good shorts video, or you know what I'm saying, YouTube not, you know, seeing my my video.
I could answer that one real fast. I've had that happen with me at my job and at my own personal channel. Sometimes it takes a while for it to pick up on YouTube, but if you want to kind of bypass that system, you can just delete it and re-upload it. I did that. I had one video actually when I first started. I uploaded a short. It got like 100, 200 views, and then it wouldn't really hit the short shelf. And then I deleted it and re-uploaded it, and it got like 10,000 views. And so I was like, oh snap, it's the same video, but it just kind of sometimes it works like that. So just delete it, re-upload it again. And if it happens again, then it's probably something with the video. But if it doesn't, then it probably YouTube was just sitting it on the shelf waiting to push it on the short shelf.
Good. Let's go to Mega Black. Final question, bro.
All right, final question. Okay, so remember I told you I was streaming on YouTube with my PS4.
Yeah.
So that channel's still there. However, would you guys recommend? I mean, I guess I was sitting at 92 subscribers on there. I just haven't used it to stream on there. So would you guys recommend I tweak the platform and continue to push on that same platform, or start from scratch since it's already established? Would you think I just revamp it and try to tweak it up and post on there, hopefully like it pick up the algorithm, or just start something else from scratch?
I don't know who's gonna answer, but I can answer real fast.
I feel like it's two things. If your channel is if it's 2K related already, you can bring it back. But if it's not 2K related, then you might want to start it from scratch. You know what I'm saying? But if it's 2K related, you can be like welcome back type thing. Hey fam, it's been a minute, but I'm here. 2K24 is coming. Ready and give them an overview of what to expect from your channel, what you're gonna be doing, what kind of videos you're gonna be posting. Because clarity is so important, y'all. I want y'all to understand it's not just posting stuff. It's being clear, concise, and organized and structured with your style, with your posting. Everything, every video ain't got to be elite editing, but it's got to be some structure to what you're posting. You can't just be out here just posting random videos because you see somebody else posting. You think it's going to get views. It's a system to what they post. Even when Mac posted the Duke Dennis video that everybody else posted, but he did something different than everybody else did. So that video got more traction because he added more information and he got stuff directly from the stream. So it's not just, oh, I did the Duke Dennis video. No, all right, everybody did the Duke Dennis video. What didn't they add or talk about that I can talk about? And I can still highlight some of the stuff that they talk about, but I can say, hey, if you didn't know, because now it's like, oh, did I know or did I not know? You know what I'm saying? Word play on words, that stuff can help. But I would say if it's a YouTube, if it's a 2K video, just, do a welcome back. If it's not, start over from scratch and then go from there. Who else? Ted, final thoughts? Final question.
Yeah. Okay. So I know y'all guys said copyrighted music was like music that you can play and the music you can't play on YouTube. Does that also include like the music that is that music when you like talking on there, or is it also the music that like you add to like say I had a video of me dunking on somebody and I had some music to go along with the caption of the dunk. Is that also included in not being able to play music?
I would say this. I got because
Yeah.
if people have seen my channel, I got what's that song? Do It song, girl. I love the way that song. I got F fuck you mean song instrumental playing. I got all kind of instrumentals on my but I found remakes. So I didn't find the exact instrumental. Somebody went through FL Studio or whatever software they use to make music, and they tried to remake it. It don't sound exactly the same, but it sounds like it to a regular person's ears. When it's that short, it might not pick it up, but this is what I always suggest to do because I do this with my ones that I get just real fast. Upload the video. Don't put it public. Just upload it, and then YouTube will do its copyright stuff through it. If it says no, there's no copyright issues found, you're good. If it does, then you got to take it, go back into your editing software, change the music up, and go from there. But like I say, it's easy if you just go on YouTube, go to find rap or hip hop instrumental remakes, and then find ones that you think that don't, sound slightly off or something like that. Usually those go. It's a little more of a system to it, but that's the general of it. That you can use those instrumentals on your videos.
Cool.
Okay.
Matt,
Appreciate it.
2K Mechanic, man. Final thoughts, man. Any last minute tips that you want to get the folks from the chat and from the Discord?
Yeah, so real quick for me, I know we will probably talk this in further when we talk about videos and just content creation in general, but you always want to monitor your energy, right? So we talked about some creators like the whole Dia crew, like their energy is up, right? Any video that that has a lot of traction or people that are really up there, just you could even just not even look at the video and just listen to the audio, listen to the energy. Even when J Mac do his videos, listen to his energy. When Bake do his videos, listen to the energy. Like nobody wants to listen to a dull, psychology of the video. Nobody wants to listen to monotone, dull, and stuff like that. Even myself, like I'm not a vibracious personality or something like that. But when I do my videos, I try to have a little more energy, and then I try to complement that with the background music that matches or that it will help enhance the voice that I'm doing. So that's another quick tip, and that's something I always, every time I do a video, I struggle with. I might record it, and I listen to it, I'm like, nah, I didn't like my energy in that video, in that commentary. So then I do it over. But this is at the end of the day, this is informational entertainment. So people want to be somewhat still entertained while they're learning. So you got to make sure you match and manage your energy when you do a lot of these videos.
Mac, any
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Any
Second,
Yep.
what mechanics say. Sometimes you might just want to. Well, I got something else on that, but
Yeah.
sometimes I had on my desktop screen bring the energy, literally, because in the beginning I will sometimes find myself being dull, and I am a naturally high energy person. But when you focus and trying to think about what you need to say, how you need to look, and all that stuff, you forget about bringing that energy. So maybe put a note or somewhere, a piece of paper or something, so it can always remind you. And then what I would say is, like I said, we're coming into 2K24. It's going to be a bunch of people out there looking for stuff. It's going to be smaller creators that's going to explode. I got goals for myself. I'm trying to hit 100K before the end of the year. And I'm at almost 25K. So it's a lot of explosion that's going to be able to happen for 2K24. But what you need to make sure you're doing, first off, is your thumbnails. It's super competitive in gaming, period. Everybody thumbnails look like they got, or at least the bigger creative thumbnails look like they got from professional photographer, editor, video picture editors. So not saying you have to have it to their level, but try to make sure your thumbnail gets the purpose across of the video. So if for me, I'm looking at a thumbnail right now, I would say big man builds will be OP in NBA 2K24. I got 3 big man builds, and then I got the builder just at 99 in NBA 2K24. So people look at it, he's talking about big man builds and the builder. Then they look at the title, which is the next part. make sure your title has something in there that's searchable, and on top of that, something in there that's intriguing. So you're like, oh man. So now you look, big man bills will be like, so I'm saying big man bills that's gonna make it hit the search, and then we'll be OP. It'll make it, oh, why would they be OP? I need to go click on that video to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you do it like that. And after those two, like I say, video structure, that's a little bit, I wouldn't focus on that in the beginning.
Yeah.
I'll just try to make the best video you can and bring the energy that you can. But what I will focus on is making sure my thumbnail is good, or as best as I can make it, and my titles bring some kind of intrigue. If you make the same title, like my buddy Garcelle was saying, and he was struggling with his, I think I talked about it a little bit earlier, but he showed me 2 videos where his click-through rate was super, super low for a gaming channel. And then he had the video was the same video that Bash Plug was making and Brute was making.
Mm-hmm.
And so do you think he got like 1,000 a couple thousand subscribers? Is he gonna compete with somebody who got 200,000 and 900,000 subscribers? No. So he needs to, like I said, I told him, just to give y'all some little thoughts for the last point or last section. He's a comp guy. I'm a big guy. So I'm like, how about you think of it? How does this news affect the comp community, the comp guard community? For me, how does this news affect the big man community? So that's what I do. So now they're like, okay, same thing. The builder, I didn't say builder, pro play is game changing or something like that for big man builds, and I show big man builds, or I show something so they know this is specified to big man builds, or whatever your gameplay is for you. Just try to make sure you connect whatever the thing big title is to your community. That's it.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna keep it straight to the point with y'all. You gotta start, fam. Just start. Like, you're gonna make mistakes. It ain't gonna be perfect. You may not get all the views you want, but you gotta start. Cause at the end of the day, everybody started with 0. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Everybody started with 0 subscribers, 0 views, 0 everything. You know what I'm saying? And they had to start from that 0 point. So don't get caught up in all the metrics in the beginning. Just get started and start posting something, because now when you post something, you got something that you can analyze and you can review and you can make better. Don't worry about it. They said you're not a YouTuber until you make 100 videos at the end of the day. So make 100 videos, but you can make 10, 20 not so good. About those 10, 20, start analyzing those 10, 20, how you can make the next 10, 20 better than those 10, 20. And if you keep progressing and getting better and improving, eventually you're going to be like, hey, man, I'm getting the hang of this thing. And eventually you're going to find your community. At the end of the day, your community may find you before you find your community. Because you may say, I want to do videos for big man, but they love when you do videos for point guards. And all your point guard videos is getting a lot of traction. That's a ding, 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 ding. Maybe I need to make a little bit more of my point guard ones and be more precise to the point guard, because they gravitate to the point guards. They ask a lot of questions to the point guard. Don't try to be fighting and say, nah, but I don't want to do point guards. Your community is who's the people that's watching, who's the people that's coming, who's the people that's subscribing, because you want to make sure. I always tell people, YouTube is like a Netflix show. Whatever content you make, you want to make sure your community is content for the people that's watching. Don't make something that ain't got nothing to do with what you're doing. And like Max said, if it don't, make it have something where it can tie in something that you do. So if it's like a patch, how does this impact big man? How does this impact point guards? How does this impact the builder? How does this impact grinding? Whatever your channel is, make sure you relay it to what your community come to subscribe for. But at the end of the day, if you don't remember anything, just start, fam. Just start. I want to give a round of applause, man, for my brothers, man, that took the time out today to be here. Shout out to Mac. Shout out to 2K Mechanic. I'm sorry, it's a long day. I was thinking of trying to talk. Monday, Labor Day. 4 days away. Join the stream. We will be doing a giveaway. I got some things we're gonna give away. So definitely you want to chime in. And then you know what? Today let's do this. Let's do this real quick before I get up out of here. Pick a number. Let me see. Hold on. Do they got a little thing? where you can do what's that little thing? Don't they got the little? No, it takes too long. Let's pick a number between. There's 24 people in here. Pick a number between 1 and 24, and I got the number in my head. Whoever get the number right, or whatever the case may be, that's the person I need you to email. Hit me in Instagram. You get a free copy of the Black Mamba. And I want y'all to don't put the same number. Like if somebody put 8, whoever got 8 first would be 8. Like you got you gotta put it.
You got all the same number.
You know what I'm saying? You got 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. No, you gotta. Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna try to figure out another way to do it. Then let me do this real quick. Where, because I want to give a giveaway for people that stood up and stayed. And it's something to help you guys out as well on your journey. Maybe you wasn't even gonna be able to get 2K, and so let me do this real quick. I'm gonna do a real quick little giveaway right now. I'm about to create it right now, and then you don't have to necessarily, if you've been in the chat, you just buy a ticket, 1 ticket or whatever the case may be. Let me just say a 2K giveaway, real quick, and then we'll do this. Give me a sec. Enter into the chat. Just put ! Give away, and then we're gonna make sure it's open for everybody. Advance. You don't need to cost it. You only get 1. No minimum hour. Let's see. Okay. Allow only. No. Okay, here we go. And so let me create it. All right. So all you got to do is live. All you got to do is put ! Giveaway. ! Giveaway will put you in the giveaway. It's gonna be simple, so y'all can see it, so y'all know I ain't cheating. And then whoever get put, they're gonna get a free copy of the game. Put ! Giveaway. All right, Keno. Giveaway real quick, and then we're gonna wrap up. Where is it at?
Where do you put that at? I'm kind of like new to the Discord.
No. Put it in the YouTube chat. Put it in the YouTube stream. Yeah, put it in the YouTube stream. ! Giveaway. ! Giveaway. You don't need to be a subscriber. You don't need to have to pay for anything. Just go into the YouTube stream right now. It's Bake YT. Put ! Giveaway, and then you should get put into the giveaway. And then we're gonna pick a winner.
So just for everybody, give them a second to get their name for the people who's in the Discord. If y'all want to hit me up, man, on Twitter, JMacTV on Twitter. Y'all got questions? I ain't gonna say I'm be able to get to you right away, but I usually try to get to everybody. If people ask me questions about YouTube and stuff, you got further stuff that you want to know, just hit me up on Twitter or Instagram. But I don't even remember what my Instagram is right now. But my Twitter is the one that I be in the most. So just DM me on Twitter with questions, and when I have time to get to them, I get to them.
Yeah. So about another 30 seconds. 30 seconds, fam. Get it in here. Put ! You don't have to spam it. You only get 1 entry at the end of the day. So 1 entry. I want to, first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to my boy Mac. I want to give a shout out to my boy Meccano for taking time to give out knowledge and information to the community. And then, like I said, if y'all like this type of stuff, maybe we do something once a month to help you guys out. Maybe next time we do it, we doing titles and thumbnails, how to make better titles, how to make better thumbnails. And then we get into the concept of pacing, like how to make good videos. You know what I'm saying? How do y'all make, some of y'all may think y'all making good videos, and the videos ain't really like that. We all been there. You know what I'm saying? We all been there, family. So don't feel bad. You know what I mean? All right, you got about another 10 seconds. I see 24 people, but I only see 13 people in the giveaway. If you didn't put ! Giveaway, I'm sorry, but we're going another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we are closing this bad boy up. Okay. Yes, we're going to, are you sure you want to end the giveaway? Wait, let me cancel that real quick. All right, we're going to pick a winner. I'm picking a winner right now. 3, 2, and the winner is LQK Seals 313.
I got Seals.
There it is. There it is there, man. I need you to hit me, it's Bake, the real Bake on Instagram. I'm gonna put it in the chat real quick. And then message me so you can get a free copy.
Man, the first person.
The real Bake Okay. The Real Bake on Instagram. Put that in. Hit me and then let me know what console you plan on. If you ain't got the game already, if you do got it, it's a gift card. So that's $100 that you can have, that you can make a bill with, and you're good to go. We'll do some more giveaways on the day of the release. It's going to be a lot of VC giveaway for people. But I just want to appreciate everybody that stopped by today. I want to appreciate my brothers again for taking time out of their busy schedule to do something like this, to empower the community, empower a lot of folks. I don't care if it was 20, 30, 40, 10 people in here. 10 people got blessed today. 20 people got blessed today. Whatever the case may be. And we're going to help people grow. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Always remember to live life stress less. You're rocking one of the best. Without God, my life would be a mess. Always remember to have faith, hope, and love. Tell somebody you love them today. And start your channel today, man. Start with the content today, man. For real, for real. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Stay safe on Friday.
Tryna make you feel good. Baby, I'm just tryna show you real love. Open up your heart so you can feel good. Let a real one show you real love. Real love. I know you in pain. You been messing with these dum-dums, yeah, these lames. So me and them jokers, we ain't the same. I got the type of love to make you wanna change your last name. Baby, I'm better than them dudes. I know you don't trust me, and it's cool. Give me some time and I'll show you. Even though your heart broke, I'm tryna heal your wounds so you can feel good. Baby, I'm just tryna show you real love.